On day 1, I spawned in as a baby warden shark. I was in an underwater ancient city and watched as my fellow warden sharks were being attacked by an army of drowned. What's going on?
Son, over here!
I saw both of my parents and quickly started to make my way over to them.
Quickly, we must escape before...
Just then, a swarm of drowned shot up from the depths, capturing my parents. Mom? Dad! No! The Drowned King then emerged from the swarm, and I quickly hid to avoid his detection.
Another domain falls to the ground. Come, my army. Let us conquer the next.
This can't be happening. As the horde swam away from the ancient city, I chased after them. I have to save my parents. I continued to follow them into the next day until I found myself in front of a massive underwater fortress. There were drowned everywhere. How am I gonna get past them? I then noticed my parents at the top of the building in front of the Drowned King.
Irritating creatures, you shall be free no longer. Bow before the might of the drowned.
The king shot a powerful blast and suddenly transformed them both into drowned sharks. No! The Drowned King heard my cry and snapped around.
Another one? Bring me that warden shark.
My parents then immediately shot towards me with the intent to kill. Oh no, I have to get out of here. I was too small and weak to do anything but swim away, with my zombified parents closing in right behind me. By day 3, I was swimming as fast as I could, but my parents were catching up. I was trying to use the nearby kelp to lose them, but nothing was working. Think, Fozo. Think! I noticed a nearby cave and dove in just before my dad could land a bite. Whew! I'm finally safe. Just as I was beginning to relax, the entryway was destroyed, revealing both of my parents. No, please, it's me, your son. They were about to attack me when suddenly a dolphin swam in between us. My parents lunged at him, but he was able to easily evade them and hit them with a special attack.
Follow me, little warden shark!
I was graced with the incredible speed from the dolphin, and we quickly swam away, finally escaping my drowned family. Once we were in a safe space, the dolphin introduced himself as Raiden.
I'm glad to see that one warden shark survived the attack. I've been spying on the Drowned King for a while now, and witnessed your city fall.
Then you saw my parents get turned into monsters. I have to save them. He told me that I was far too weak to fight anything, let alone the Drowned King's army.
I know of 5 ancient hearts of the scope. Each one you possess will make you stronger in different ways, but I only know where one of them is.
If I find them all, then I'll be strong enough to defeat the Drowned King and save my parents. Where do I begin? The next day, Raiden led me through a cave until we came across an opening that led to a large temple. We went inside and found a heart of the skulk sitting on a pedestal in the middle of a room. Perfect! I then swam towards it.
Fozo, wait!
As I grabbed the heart, the area began to shake violently before drowned guardians broke through the temple walls. We were completely surrounded and things looked hopeless. But then I felt something growing from inside of me. I grew into an adult-sized warden shark and gained 5 more hearts. I felt so strong. As the guardians began to attack, I realized that I had a powerful warden bite. They were strong, but with my new ability, I was able to eventually take them all down. Man, and with no hearts to spare.
See, this is why you're so important, Fozo. You are the only one who can use these skull cards, and with them, we can finally end the Drowned King's reign.
Together, we left the temple, but were quickly interrupted by a rumbling noise. Wait, Raiden, do you hear something? We both turned around, only to see a massive wave barreling towards us.
Swim!
We tried to swim as fast as we could, but found ourselves swept away into a powerful wave, causing me to pass out. On day 5, I slowly woke up in a cove. What happened? I noticed that my hearts were really low. Did that wave almost kill us?
Fozo, I sense another wave on its way. We have to shelter ourselves now.
You're right. I quickly noticed a sunken ship in the cove and collected materials from it before making a set of stone tools. I was even able to find some emeralds and iron in the chest. From there, I got enough materials to start making myself and Raiden a large underwater shelter. I even added a wall alongside the coast to prevent any other tidal waves from hitting us. Just as I finished, I heard a large slam.
Looks like you finished just in time, Fozo.
I then noticed my hunger was getting low. Using my new bite ability, I went around the bottom of the ocean and hunted down some fish. This ability is amazing. I wonder if each heart of the skulk will give me a new one. As I finished eating, Raiden and I heard a noise coming from the surface. I looked around and saw a huge wooden object. What can that be? I swam up on day 6 and peeked out of the water to see a massive ship floating in front of me. It looks like it's full of pirates? I then looked over and saw the captain talking to none other than the Drowned King.
Yar, it be a deal.
Then the water's surface now belongs to you, Captain Deadbeard. Take this book and guard it with your life. If it is combined with the sacred skulk artifacts, then our drowned curse can be broken, which can't happen.
The king tossed the pirate captain a strange-looking book. Wait, if I have that, then I can save my family.
And be on the lookout for a baby warden shark. He escaped my new pets.
Pets? Those are my parents. I got angry and swam closer to the boat, but suddenly was pulled under the surface. Ah, what's happening? I noticed that there was a large patch of magma blocks. I began taking damage. This isn't good. Luckily, I was able to break free before I lost too many hearts. When I re-emerged though, I saw the ship sailing away. No, I couldn't let them get away. I have to get that book. I continued to follow the ship into the next day until it eventually docked by land. Finally. Now to sneak on board. Unfortunately, there was no way for me to reach the deck from the water. While searching for an alternative route in, one of the pirates spotted me.
Ahoy! That's Warden Shark Bioi here!
A bunch of pirates then rushed out from the ship and started shooting at me. Ah! I have to get out of here! I pushed myself back into the water and quickly swam down while dodging their bullets. I need to get stronger before I can take them on. Just then, I noticed the clownfish watching me from behind some kelp. Hey, buddy, do you know?
Don't eat me!
The fish bolted away. Hey, wait! I'm not gonna hurt you!
No, wait. I'm not falling for that.
Finally, I cornered the little guy in a small cave. Hey, man, I'm not hungry, okay? I'm just looking for some hearts of the skulk. Do you know anything about them?
You mean you're not gonna eat me?
The fish seemed suspicious of me, but then swam closer.
Yeah, okay, sure. I know about a heart, but if I help you, then you gotta help me with something.
Deal. What do you need help with? On day 8, the clownfish brought me to a coral reef. Oh, wow. This place is beautiful.
My home is down there, and I was taken over by the drowned. If you help me retrieve my joke book, I'll take you to the heart. I'm a clownfish. I need my jokes.
We began to swim down when I saw a movement behind the coral. What the? Suddenly, drowned eels swam right for us.
Oh, no!
I went in and fought them. Their attacks were tough, but with my new warden bite, I can tell it was severely damaging them. After a little while, I was finally able to take them all down.
Wow. Thanks, man. These waters are getting dangerous. To be honest, you're the first non-drowned guy I've seen in a while.
Yeah, well, you're the first fish that I haven't wanted to eat. You should stick with me. Us survivors gotta stick together, right? I could tell that the clownfish was grateful. Both him and I went inside his small, broken home before I went into a nearby chest. Just as he said, there was his joke book.
Thanks, Warden Shark. I don't know what I would do without this. The name's Marlton.
Of course. Now, you said you can show me towards the next heart? The clownfish nodded and started to lead the way. On days 9 to 10, we reached a strange crevice in the middle of the ocean. Whoa. What is this place? Marlton brought me further down until he beelined it out of nowhere. Hey, why would he just leave me? Was this a trap? I heard a loud noise coming from the bottom of the cave and decided to follow it. I reached an underwater cave tunnel. While traveling, I managed to find some iron alongside the cave walls. With it, I smelted some and crafted myself some iron armor and tools for my journey. Who knows what's ahead? I kept going until I reached an opening. This has to be where the sound was coming from. All of a sudden, a huge creature slowly started to rise behind me. I turned around, only to see a giant killer whale staring me down. Ah! The killer whale said nothing and immediately started to attack me.
Leave my home at once!
I tried to fight back, but I could tell my bites weren't doing that much damage to it. Okay, I'm leaving. I was swimming away, and the whale was charging right behind me. On days 11 to 12, I managed to find a small crack in the cave wall. I quickly went through it, which bought me enough time to escape the killer whale. Phew, that was close. I kept going until I found an underwater room that was holding the second heart of the skulk. Wow, I guess Marlton was telling the truth. I swam over and picked it up. My scales then changed, and I gained 5 more hearts. I feel so much stronger. My celebration, though, was cut short because the killer whale blasted through one of the cave walls. Ugh, you've got to be kidding me. The whale charged in, but thanks to my increase in strength, I was putting up a way better fight. The whale even noticed this and started to flee away. Yeah, that should teach you not to mess with the warden shark. I was leaving the crevice when Marlton reappeared. Oh, there you are. Thanks for the backup back there.
Sorry. I had stage fright, I guess. But looks like you've gotten stronger. I told you I know where it was. I just wish I still had a home.
Come on, Marlton. I think I know a perfect spot for your new one. On days 13 to 14, I began building up Marlton's new house at our cove. He was quite small, so I wasn't too worried about the size of it. And done. How do you like it?
Say, thanks, Fozo. This place looks great. All that's missing now is a small stage to do my little comedy shows. I can't wait.
That sounds amazing. I quickly left to go check on Raiden, but to my surprise, he wasn't home. I wonder where he could be. I thought back to the pirate and knew if I wanted to find that book, I would have to find a way to get on land. I looked at the shoreline, and for some odd reason, I had the urge to walk on the beach. Once I did, something began to happen. Thanks to my second upgrade, my body changed, and 2 legs sprouted out, giving me the ability to walk. Ah! I began taking my first steps. Okay, this feels weird. I was making my way further away from the ocean, filled with excitement. I was the first shark with legs? Awesome! My excitement got cut short because I began to realize that I couldn't breathe. My heart started depleting and I needed to get back to the water fast. Oh no, what do I do? With no water in sight, I knew that I was done for. Right before death, a villager ran in and dumped a bucket of water onto me. Oh, that's so much better. Hey, thanks for the save.
Wow, you are an ugly one, aren't you? Look, I saved you, so don't kill me.
Of course I won't. Would you happen to know a way around this breathing problem I'm facing here?
I may have something. Follow me, ugly shark.
The villager and I hurried over to a coastal village. I was holding my breath as long as I could. He introduced me to another villager in a robe. I explained my problem to him, and he pulled out a special potion.
Well, I do have this permanent potion of air breathing. It's useless to us.
Cool. Can I have it then?
No, idiot. I want emeralds. I'm a villager.
Oh, right. Thankfully for me, I found some days ago. The villager then dropped me the potion. I drank it and immediately felt way better. Awesome! I was quickly interrupted by the sound of a dolphin. Can this be? I left the villagers' homes and made my way to the coast. Sure enough, Raiden was there waiting.
Fozo, there you are! And you have legs. Anyway, listen, that pirate ship we saw earlier, I've been following its trail, and it's currently docked at a shoreline close by.
It is? Maybe with my new legs, I can stand a chance. I left the shoreline and quickly followed Raiden. Sure enough, the pirate ship was exactly where he said it was. If we're able to get that book that holds the cure, we can reverse all of this.
I have an idea. Let's just hope it works.
On days 17 to 18, I used my newly acquired legs and jumped aboard the drowned pirate ship. I looked around and noticed all the pirates were sleeping. I need to stay quiet then. I snuck my way into the captain's quarters just to find the captain himself snoozing in his chair. Right next to him was the magic book. I guess this will be easier than I thought. Oh no.
No, Ma. I don't regret me life choices. You'll never understand me.
That was close. I crept closer and grabbed the book.
What? Ahoy! That blasted warden shark be in me quarters! And he got legs!
Uh-oh. I quickly ran out onto the deck, but found myself cut off by the drowned pirates. They all attacked me, and I did my best to fight them with my warden bite. I even knocked some into the water, where Raiden was waiting to finish them off. Just then, Captain Deadbeard came out of nowhere and knocked me back. I tried to bite him, but it seemed to have little effect, and I soon found myself surrounded by his men.
So, Ye thought ye could just take me book and leave, did ye?
Trapped? I had to think fast. I yelled out to Raiden and tossed the book overboard.
No!
The captain then knocked me out before turning to see Raiden escaping with the book.
Curses! You'll pay for what you've done, Warden Shark.
I woke up the next day to find myself locked in a cell. Standing right next to me was a little baby whale. Oh my goodness. Are you okay, little guy?
Hey, mister. No, I haven't had water in days.
He didn't look like he would last much longer. Why would those savages do this?
Why, to strengthen our army, of course. The Drowned King and I have big plans.
You would even turn this poor baby whale into a monster?
What care be it o' mine? As long as I help the Drowned King, I get to rule the seas above with no competition.
Suddenly, the whole ship began to shake violently. What's going on?
Yar! It be that cursed beast again!
Water then started to pour in as the ship began to crack. Seeing a hole, the baby whale and I quickly escaped into the open water. We both turned around to see that a giant drowned jellyfish had crushed the ship and dragged it under the surface. He doesn't seem friendly. The jellyfish must have noticed us because he immediately began to swim in our direction. On days 21 to 23, the drowned jellyfish tried to attack the baby whale. I stepped in and used my bite on it. It looks like even my bite was stronger because this jellyfish was definitely taking some damage.
The Drowned King will be happy once you're dead.
I spoke too soon because his attacks hurt a lot. Ah! I thought I was done for when all of a sudden, the giant killer whale I saw previously jumped in. It started to attack the jellyfish as well. With our combined strength, the jellyfish stood no chance and was soon defeated.
You found my precious baby!
Mama!
I'm just happy you guys are safe now.
I'm sorry for trying to hurt you before. I thought you worked for that horrible Drowned King. He took everything from me.
Well, I'm doing everything in my power to stop him. If you guys need a safe place to stay, then I have the perfect place for that.
Ahoy! You summoned me?
I have been informed that the Warden Shark took the book I ordered you to protect with your life.
Aye, but your drowned jellyfish attacked me, and...
Excuses! Kill that shark! It's his head or yours!
All three of us returned back to the cove on days 24 to 26. I quickly found a nice spot for them and made them their own home that was roomy for their size. Looking at the entire cove, I knew that this place was coming along nicely.
Thank you so much for your hospitality.
I was about to say you're welcome when I was quickly interrupted by a joke.
All right. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Keep working on it, buddy.
I noticed he didn't have a full audience watching, but with the amount of fish we were saving, I knew that that would change soon. I swam over to Raiden, and he was happy to see that I was okay.
I've done lots of readings on this book for the cure. In order to make it, looks like we'll need 3 different skulk items. The skulk magma seeds, the skulk bone, and the skulk tendril. Each seem like they're going to be harder and harder to get, so you should still upgrade as you find them.
Good idea. Where's the first item?
The skulk magma seed is in an ocean that is much hotter than the rest. The Nether. I know of an abandoned portal, but you must get the rest of the resources if you wish to activate it.
Sounds like a plan to me. Where is this portal? On days 27 to 29, I was going to various locations to find the leftover ingredients. Using my new amazing legs, I went on the shoreline and was able to grab myself a flint to make flint and steel. After that, I found the right amount of obsidian down below an underwater cave, and luckily, there were enough diamonds for me to make a pick and collect the obsidian. I then made my way over to where the portal was located. This is too easy. I put the blocks on the portal and was about to activate it when...
Would you look at this? The last Warden Shark running away from its destiny.
You hurt my parents. You've hurt many different lives in this ocean. I will do what I have to in order to stop you.
Don't you already see that it's too late? I have this ocean in my grip. Once I have you, it won't stand a chance.
All of a sudden, a bunch of other drowned were summoned around me. Knowing that I had no other choice, I ignited the portal and escaped. I made my way on the other side of the portal and knew that I had to act fast. I quickly pulled my pickaxe out and started to mine the obsidian behind me. Once the portal was broken, I knew that I was safe. For now. I looked over and saw a giant lava ocean and made my way over to it. Since I was part warden, it meant that I was immune to lava. I was about to make my way inside of it when... Hey, you can't enter, man! Whoa, calm down. Do not tell me to calm down. You understand how hot-headed I am? Especially after those new lava guys came here and started taking my stuff. All the Striders are never letting anyone roam in these oceans again. Your stuff? Yeah, us Striders, we love our golden warped fungus, but we haven't had any since, man, I can't even remember. Let's make a deal. I bring you your golden warped fungus back, and you let me into your oceans. What do you say? On days 33 to 35, I made my way through the nether looking for the golden fungus. I followed the Strider's instructions and made it to a tall-looking tower. I wonder who stole their food. Right before I made my way inside, I was quickly stopped by a horde of lava drowned. You guys are here too? Every attack they hit dealt some serious fire damage to me. I attacked bite after bite until I took down the last one. From the looks of things, he dropped a key. I picked up the key and then noticed a locked door. I wonder where this leads. I opened the passageway and made my way up the tower. I made it to the rooftop and there was someone there waiting for me.
Who dare disturb me?
So, are you the one who took the Strider's fungus? The skeleton didn't listen to me though and began to attack. It shot out attacks that withered my hearts away. I tried to get close to bite, but it always had the upper hand with its long range. What am I supposed to do? Suddenly, I looked over and saw that the skeleton was guarding the third heart of the skulk. Perfect. Knowing that I was low, I made my way over and absorbed it. Like last time, I had a huge sensation of power that emerged within me. I gained 5 more hearts and now had a sick trident. The skeleton continued to attack, but with my new trident, I was able to throw it at her, greatly weakening her. With one more throw, the skeleton was down. I then looked down and saw that she dropped the golden fungus. Lava ocean, here I come. On days 36 to 38, I returned to the Strider and gave him his golden fungus. Oh yeah, baby, this is the stuff. You are allowed entry. Now that I was in the ocean, I swam my way through, being able to explore many new areas. I followed my instincts until I was met by a lava ocean nether city. The place looked really run down and even had vines hanging low off the roofs. A loud rumble started to fill the area, and that's when I looked up and noticed a bat on one of the towers. Hey, is everything all right?
Oh, I didn't realize anyone was here. I used to be able to enjoy the view of my beautiful town, and now it's a mess because of these blinding vines.
Wait, how can you see? You know what? Never mind.
I know why you are here, Warden Shark. You seek the first ingredient, the Skulk Magma Seed, to aid you in your quest. I shall give it to you, but only if you help me get rid of these things.
Sounds like a deal. I swam around and looked up. How am I supposed to reach those? I then came up with an idea. Using my new trident, I was able to throw it at the vines, which caused them to break. I threw it one by one until eventually all of them were gone.
Thank you so much. A deal is a deal.
The bat then dropped down and handed me over the first ingredient for the cure, the Skulk Magma Seed. Perfect. The next day, I exited the nether through another portal, and I found myself in a new cave. I decided to explore for more resources and found diamond ore to craft myself a full set of armor. Sweet. I then made my way out and immediately noticed movement to my right. Who's there? I heard it again and turned to see my parents swimming right after me. Oh no! I didn't have time to react and was attacked by both of them. Mom! Dad! I don't want to fight you, please! I have to get out of here! I struggled and quickly swam away, but they were closing in right behind me. Wait a minute. I think I have an idea. Follow me, guys. On days 42 to 44, I arrived at my base, and they were still right behind me. Someone, help! Raiden swam out. He then built up a cage. Perfect. I swam as close as I could to it, and at the last second, I turned, causing my parents to swim right into it. Raiden then closed closed it off. Phew, that was a close one. Thanks.
Bold move, Fozo. What now?
Now we just have to cure them. Hold on. I noticed that there were more fish than the last time I was here. What gives?
Oh, they're all here to see my comedy shows.
I looked around the base, and all of the other fish seemed to be happy and laughing with each other. I guess this place has become a safe space from the horrors of the Drowned King. I got to work with others to build up houses for all of the new residents. Well, all but one. A seal approached us and seemed to be having a problem.
I hear you're looking for a heart of the skulk. I've been separated from my team, but if you find them for me, they'll be able to help you. Tell them Johnson sent you.
I agreed. Not only can I get another heart of the skulk, but I can help out another sea animal. Raiden swam over because he overheard.
I'm coming too.
We traveled into the following day as the waters began to get colder. Brrr. The quick change in temperature seemed to be too much for Raiden, and he wanted to rest. I jumped up on land and placed down a campfire to warm us up.
Thanks for the warmth, Fozo. I won't be long.
I could tell something was off. Hey, are you okay?
No, I'm an old broken dolphin, Fozo. When the drowned attacked my kind, my son, he was turned against me. All I could do was swim away. I lost the one thing dearest to me, and I'll stop at nothing to see the Drowned King defeated.
I'm so sorry, Raiden. Once I've grown strong enough, we'll defeat him together. As we continued our way through the Tundra River, we suddenly saw Drowned running straight for us. Oh no! Wait, they're swimming past us? Where are they going? Ow! A barrage of snowballs began to rain down on us. Ow! 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 It was too much, and both of us were frozen.
Thompson, take this intruder to the holding cell.
On days 48 to 50, I found myself stuck in ice with two weird seals staring back. The seals broke the ice around my face and began yelling at me.
Why are you helping the drowned? Where is your king hiding? He has completely ruined our organization here, and we will stop at nothing to stop him.
Hey, I'm not with them. I'm trying to defeat the Drowned King. The seals didn't believe it and kept interrogating me. Johnson, he sent me.
Johnson! I'll be. He's telling the truth, Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs? Oh. They broke me out of the ice, and I realized that Raiden was missing. Where is he? The SEALs seemed confused and explained that they only found me. What? I ran back outside, but he was nowhere in sight.
You know, there's a camp just down the river converting fish life into the drowned. And if I'm being honest, we have a suspicion that that is where the next heart of the skulk is located.
Maybe he was there. I have to save him. I jumped into the river and swam towards the camp. Once I arrived, I saw drowned everywhere. I was about to swim in when a freaky drowned beast burst into the camp.
Intruder! Kill!
I tried to fight him, but my attacks were barely doing anything. This guy was just way too strong for me. He was dealing so much damage. How am I supposed to defeat this thing?
Hooah!
The Navy SEALs suddenly jumped in and started beating the monster back. Yes, it looked like we were going to win, but the beast jumped up and slammed down, cracking a hole in the ground that sucked me through. Wait, no! On days 51 to 53, I got up to find myself trapped in a maze of ice. Where am I? I wandered throughout the halls until I reached a giant room filled with platforms above a void. I better not fall down there. There was an important looking door of skulk waiting on the other side. I guess I gotta use my shark legs. I began jumping from platform to platform. It was hard and I almost fell. Ah! Oh, that was close. Finally, I managed to make it across safely. I tried opening the door, but it wouldn't budge. That's when it hit me. The door was made out of skulk? Could it be that easy? I tried using my Warden bite and the door opened. As I entered through, I saw a heart of the skulk waiting for me on a pedestal. Grabbing it, I immediately gained 5 more hearts and even grew a little in size. I felt so much stronger and had a new ability. Perfect. Now time to take down that giant drowned monster. I emerged from the depths the next day and saw the SEAL team still battling. They looked like they wouldn't last much longer. I jumped in and took a hit for one of the SEALs. It did some damage, but I still had plenty of hearts. Time to test this bad boy. I used my new lightning shout ability, which summoned a lightning bolt on him and sent him reeling back. While he was stunned, I took a few bites out of him, and before he could react, I finished him off with another lightning bolt. I feel so much stronger now. As he fell, he dropped a strange skulk bone on the floor. I ran to pick it up and realized it was the second of the 3 parts I needed for the cure. The SEAL team thanked me for the save and offered to come back to the base.
We can help protect your people from the drowned.
Awesome. We'll need all the help we can get.
Sire, a warden shark has just defeated our main camp. He is within reach of the cure.
This is an outrage! How dare this shark defy my will? Get me Captain Deadbeard at once! We're changing the plan!
On days 57 to 59, the SEALs and I returned to base, and I quickly got to work creating a nice icy area for them to stay at. This cove was really starting to come along. They thanked me for their new home and immediately began patrolling the base for trouble. It's nice to finally have some security around here. I looked over at Raiden's home and knew that I still needed to find him. Where are you, buddy? I decided to venture out and see if I can find any clues. As I was looking around, I saw a dolphin washed up on the shoreline. Wait, Raiden? What happened to you?
Fozo, I'm so happy to see you are okay. When we got separated, I got scared and started to search around for you. But when I did, I got followed by an entire fleet of pirate ships. But thankfully, I was able to lose them.
I'm just glad you're okay. Just then, we heard yelling and turned to see the fleet off in the distance.
Oh no, they found us!
I went out on the following day to confront the pirates. I surfaced, ready for a fight. Back off, or I'll eat every last one of you.
Wait, I just want to make a deal.
A deal? You've tried to kill me. The drowned captain explained that he was only working for the drowned king to betray him.
I don't care about the other drowned. We pirates only care about ourselves and treasure.
Yeah? And why would I care?
The last item ye searching for be hidden with a legendary secret booty, and I be needing the shark's help to get it. I get the loot, ye get the treasure. It be a win-win.
I didn't want to trust him, but knew that I needed that cure more than anything. I jumped on board, and the pirate brought me over to his quarters before showing me a map.
X marks the spot. Our treasure lies at Skull Island, and ye are the only way inside.
On days 63 to 65, Captain Deadbeard and I docked at a dangerous-looking island. We began walking towards a cave.
Those that enter without a shark's bite never live to tell the tale.
Well, that doesn't sound scary at all. I entered and started to go deeper inside. I wonder why this place is so feared. Suddenly, I heard a loud growl. I turned around and saw a giant, deadly shark. The shark started to charge in and attack me. Ah! Back off, man. I'm one of you. It didn't listen, though, and just wanted to kill me. I had no choice and threw my trident at him, which defeated him. I guess that should show you that warden sharks are more powerful. I looked down and noticed that it dropped a key. Maybe with this, we can get into the treasure room. I continued deeper into the caverns. I eventually reached a larger room with a locked fish-shaped door. The key. I placed the key in its eye, and the door opened up, and Captain Deadbeard stepped through.
Arr, about time!
Yeah. It's good to see you too. We walked further into the cave together until we walked through a passageway that revealed an entire room filled with various treasures. Whoa! In the center of it was a pillar that held the final part of the cure, the skulk tendril. I ran over to grab it. With this, I can finally cure my...
Foolish warden shark, never trust a pirate. Soon the drowned king will be here. You'll be dead, while I rule the surface in peace.
He ran over and pulled the lever, sealing me inside. No! Suddenly, I heard terrifying noises from deep below. What is that? I'm not gonna stay around and find out. I tried biting my way out, but it wasn't working, and the noises were getting louder. Think! I concentrated real hard and used my newest ability. I summoned a lightning bolt down into the bars, destroying them. I'm free! Even though that pirate betrayed me, at At least I have the final piece to the cure. Now, time to go save my mom and dad. I returned to base as fast as I could. Raiden, I did it. I got all of the cured items.
Perfect, Fozo! Quick, hand them to me! With the book, I can make the purifier!
I handed the items to Raiden, and he quickly threw me back something. It was the cure. I picked it up and went to my drowned parents. I hope this works. I put it down right in front of them, and it began to suck the curse from them, turning them back into warden sharks.
Son, you saved us.
Mom, Dad,
We are so proud of you.
I'm glad you're okay. My parents explained that while they had been cursed, they learned of the Drowned King's secret operation.
He is up to something, Fozo. Please be careful. We are all in trouble.
The next day, I made my way back to the King Drowned's base. My parents said I would find out more deep underground. I noticed that there were many drowned roaming around, so I did what I could to be as stealthy as possible. I found the way down and snuck my way around until I spotted the Drowned King talking to one of his minions.
Sorry, sire. We can't find the Skulk Wave.
The Skulk Wave?
Idiot! If that warden shark gets to it first, he'll be able to free the entire ocean from my spell at once. I won't let that happen! We must enter the deep dark!
The Deep Dark? In other words, the Warden's dimension. The only way there is through an ancient city. Great. No matter. I have to find a way to before he does. This is how I'm gonna stop the Drowned King. I knew the only way to figure out more about my dimension was to search my old homeland. The last time I was here was when it was completely taken over. Now, it was completely desolate. I noticed the portal in the middle. This is great, but how am I supposed to open this? Just then, I got shot from behind. Ah! I turned around to see Captain Deadbeard before me.
Your escape made me look like a fool in front of the Drowned King. For that, I'll make sure you never leave this city alive.
The captain charged at me and started to shoot at me with his explosives. It's time for payback. I attacked him too. We dealt blow for blow, but his attacks were really strong. Suddenly, I had an idea. I waited for him to attack again, and as soon as he did, I threw my trident through his explosive. Deadbeard was gone, and it looked like he dropped a treasure chest. I placed it on the ground, and suddenly a bunch of treasure started spitting out of it. Whoa! Among it was a weird-looking orb. I have a strange feeling. I swam up to the portal with the orb, and it fully ignited the middle portal in the ancient city. Whoa! Deep Dark, here I come. On days 81 to 85, I entered the Deep Dark. Okay, I just need to find the Skulk Wave. But where could that be? I continued searching until I saw a giant Skulk Worm fighting off the Drowned King. Oh no, he found a way in. I was about to help, but he quickly was able to defeat it.
Rah! It's not here. I must keep searching.
The Drowned King left without noticing me. I quickly made my way over, only to see that he was right. There was nothing here.
Mama?
I heard a noise and turned around, only to see a small little deep dark mob, saddened over the loss of the worm. My goodness, was this your mother?
Yes, she was trying to keep our dimension safe. But that evil drowned man has come and has started to kill everyone for what he wants.
Well, that's why I'm here. I plan to stop him, but first, I need to find the Skulk Wave.
The Skulk Wave? That's what my mama was trying to hide from the evil drowned man. I know where you can find it. Follow me. We must move quick.
On days 86 to 90, my new friend and I went swimming deeper into the deep dark. We were swimming for a while until we found a temple located in the middle of an ocean.
This is where the Skulk Wave should be located.
I told them to stay here while I go in to further investigate. I swam inside and found a pedestal waiting for me. But wait a second. After a second glance, this was the final heart of the Skulk. I took it. I gained 10 more hearts and grew a lot more in size. I noticed that my armor also got transformed into full Warden armor. A new item appeared in my inventory. There it was, the Skulk Wave. I was about to celebrate when I heard a loud commotion outside. I swam back out, only to see my new friend panicking.
Oh, we must go quick. I think the Drowned King is on his way.
You're right, Steep. Come on, let's get out of here. My new friend Steep and I left the dimension and made it back to base. I can tell that he was weirded out by the sunlight. Not used to it, are ya?
No, not at at all. But looking around at this place you've built up, I think I'm gonna grow to love it.
I was happy to hear that and decided to build him a small home right next to mine. He was so young, I knew that it would be my responsibility to help raise him. I swam over to my parents and told them the good news.
Son, you could not have made us happier.
This isn't over yet, though. The Drowned King is strong. We can't let our guard down. They're right. If we want to attack, it has to be now. And it has to be you.
I think it's time. I left the cove, only to see the Drowned King and his army there waiting for me.
So, Warden Shark, I know you have the item. I will not let you do this.
Your time of running this ocean is over. What you did to my parents, to countless families out there, it is unexcusable. And soon, you will learn to regret it.
No, it shall be you that regrets ever facing me and my army.
His army started to swim towards me to attack. Just as they did, I pulled out my Skulk Wave item and ignited it. This caused a huge sound wave to emerge throughout the water, curing any lost soul back to who they once were. Eels, jellyfish, sharks, all of them were back to normal.
Kill the shark.
I swam in and started to attack all of the drowned. There were a lot, but with my new upgrades, they stood no chance against me. Bite after bite, trident after trident, they were all going down like flies. As I killed the last one, I noticed the Drowned King retreating. Oh no, you don't. On day 100, I was swimming after the king before he stopped and floated in the center of an arena.
You took everything from me.
No, I took back what was rightfully mine, the ocean.
Let's end this.
The Drowned King and I both charged into each other. His attacks were really strong. Every hit he dealt took away a lot of my hearts. I thought I was strong enough. I was getting low and he was about to kill me. Oh, no!
Any last words, you stupid shark?
Leave him alone!
Out of nowhere, Raiden appeared, saving my life. Thank goodness you're here. Let's finish this.
Together!
Raiden and I both went in and started to attack the king at once. The battle was long and one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do. But with Raiden by my side, our damage combined was overwhelming him.
Curse you!
Just like that, the Drowned King was defeated. We did it, Raiden. The ocean is our home again. On day 1, I was bringing food back to my queen, wanting to prove myself as a worthy warden ant. Look at what I did, your highness.
Bozo, no! That food is from the Forbidden Forest, which only means...
In a huge burst, ginormous, scary spiders burst through my colony's anthill walls.
Oh no! Defend the queen!
Groups of stronger warden ants ran in to defend. Wait, I can help.
Stay back! This is your fault! And you're the weakest ant in the colony anyways.
My warden ant colony was doing everything they could, but the spiders, they were too big. One by one, they would kill and eat my colony.
Us forbidden spiders have finally found you and will feast upon your kind!
My once beautiful anthill was now a battlefield, but from all of the destruction, paved a tunnel. Queen, we have to escape. Come on, this way. On day 2, a small group of us were able to escape the anthill tunnel, only to reach a large river. If one of us falls, we're done for. My queen and the group of other ants began to jump from lily pad to lily pad easily. Wait up. I tried to jump after them, but it was a lot more difficult for me.
We must keep going.
Guys, no, wait for me. I was in the middle of the river doing my best when out of nowhere, I heard, uh-oh. I looked up and saw an owl flying overhead. It was getting closer and closer, but thankfully, I made it to the other side just in time. That was close, but my people, they're gone. Those spiders found our anthill because of me. I have to make things right and find them. Wait. Fire ants? Hey, have you guys seen any other warden ants pass by here?
Passing the you? Passing to me? Passing to you.
Hello? Can anyone answer me? Ugh. I followed the line until it brought me to a different looking tree. And on a wooden throne sitting in front of it was the Fire Ant's king.
Wait, a warden ant in my terrain? Ha! Leave at once!
No, listen, please. My colony, most of them, they're gone. Just destroyed by these large, deadly spiders.
The forbidden spiders have gotten to you too? This isn't good. Follow me!
I followed the king ant until we reached a shrub blocking our way. He set it ablaze, revealing another pathway. Walking down it, I saw nothing but dead-looking trees. And inside of the webs were some of the king's past people.
The forbidden spiders have taken control of this area ever since you, warden ants, went into hiding on the day of the big battle. The strength of those monsters is unmatched, and their sole purpose is to kill, eat, and move on to the next place.
Wait, did you say we went into hiding after a big battle? What big battle? Before the king could answer me though, we both heard rumbling and destruction coming back from the Empire.
Oh no!
On day 4, the two of us arrived back, only to see pure destruction and chaos. The fire ants were running around terrified as the forbidden spiders entered in and destroyed everything.
My colony!
I have to help. As I said this, one of the spiders spotted me.
A rogue little ant warden escaped. No matter.
The spider lunged to try and eat me, but I ran underneath him just in time. He was chasing behind me, but I noticed the tree. I can get away there. I began to escape of the fire ant's large tree, jumping from platform to platform.
Come here.
It wasn't long until I made it to the top, where I saw a skull apple. I'm so tired. I need energy. I ran up and took a bite out of the apple. And because of this, I became a stronger warden ant. I gained 5 more hearts and was now more powerful. Whoa, what did this apple just do?
There you are.
The spider lunged towards me, but out of fear, I let out a new sonic bite at him. Whoa! The spider was barely phased though, and was slowly walking forward, about to eat me whole. But because of all the fire, the tree was weakening, causing the entire trunk to shake. This isn't good! The entire tree collapsed, causing the spider to fall straight to its death. Oh, I'm okay. That skull apple, it made me stronger, but why? The lily pad I was on was flowing down the stream until I got washed up on a beach. As I stepped on land, my newly formed tendrils began to wiggle. Because of this, I was able to spot patches of skulk leading away from the beach. Whoa, I followed it and was able to find my queen and a group of my people. Guys, there you are. I found you. I ran over to them in pure excitement, but as soon as they noticed me, they turned and blasted their warden abilities my way. Ouch! Why are you guys doing this?
Hold your attacks.
The queen walked forward, away from the other ants. Queen,
Bozo, all of this is your fault.
Please, I didn't mean to expose the colony.
Silence! You have done enough. You are hereby banished from the colony. Because of you, those unstoppable spiders killed most of our people.
From there, the queen walked away from me and inside the newly formed anthill. Wait, banished? Hey, come back here. Look, our colony can't just keep hiding from those spiders, okay? This forest, it's all dying. We have to take a stand.
What do you know about taking a stand? You weren't there on the day of the big battle. The day those spiders entered this forest, we tried to fight back against them, but lost everything. I lost everything, and it won't happen again.
So, That's why we went into hiding? Because we lost a fight? Well, I'm not gonna just live in fear. I'm gonna stop those spiders and take back what's all rightfully ours.
Fozo, it's a death wish.
I left the anthill with a newly found confidence and was able to find a nice place right on the edge of the beach. Time to make my own home. If I got kicked out of my colony, then I will just make a new one. Inside of it, I even made a room that held the skulk apple I found earlier. I wonder what's so special about this fruit. My thought then got interrupted by a loud yell from outside. What's going on? On day 7, I went over to another spot of the beach where there was a tailless scorpion being surrounded by large crab bandits.
Back off. I'm warning you.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Sting us?
Hey, leave him alone! I used my warden bite to bite one of the crabs back.
Ah, brave little lamb. You're gonna regret that.
All of the crabs from there began to jump around and try to stomp over me. Ah! I was doing my best to avoid them until we all got cut off by a much larger crab. Hey, that's my anthill!
Well, look who built in the Crab Bandits' territory.
Back off and leave us alone.
Should it? If you want your stupid home and belongings back, then you'll listen to us.
Wait, the skulk apple is in there. Okay, what do you want?
Both of you guys must pay the taxes for being on our beaches, and I know just the way that you can pay them.
On day 8, the scorpion and I followed one of the crab bandits to a tall hedge. We walked through and inside of it, only to reveal that the other side held a backyard? Wait a minute, is this a pool party? There were people all dancing and partying around, and some even diving in the pool. Shaw, party! This is not a safe place for an ant. I followed the crab alongside of the pool area, avoiding being spotted until we saw a grill on the opposite side.
Those people make the best food in town. You go and bring back a full burger from them, then you can have your home back.
We have to go through all of this? Okay.
Yeah, no biggie.
The two of us left the hedge and started to make our way through the backyard. People were walking and dancing everywhere, and some even almost stepped on us. From the countless swimming, we also had to do our best to avoid large water splashes and dropped belongings. We were almost spotted, but took cover right before the grilling station. But my attention then got caught inside of the house, where I saw another burger sitting on a countertop. Wait, is that made out of skulk? Just like that apple. I need to get it. Instead of listening to the crab's orders, I went straight for the burger inside.
What are you doing?
On days 9 to 10, I was inside of the kitchen and was able to climb up to the countertop. Aha, there it is. I went over and took a bite out of the burger. And because of this, something happened. I once again grew stronger in size, gained 5 more hearts, and could now let out my very own Warden boom. Oh, yeah! I quickly picked up a piece of the burger, but as I looked back, I saw that the scorpion was in the open. Before he could move, a random pool lady spotted him.
Scorpion!
Everyone in the party began to panic and run around frantically. Everybody, run! Well, so much for not getting caught.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll take care of it.
Oh no, I ran towards them. The buff man was trying his best to hit at and step on the scorpion, but thankfully, I was able to run in and shoot my newly found ability right at him.
Whoa! Ah! I barely know how to swim!
Hey, you! We need to leave. Now! On days 11 to 12, the scorpion and I made it safely to the hedge and hid inside of it.
That guy was lucky you stepped in. He wouldn't be getting out of that pool if good old Pierce the Perilous got a pinch in.
Yeah, okay. Pierce, is it? Whatever you say.
But hey, it looks like you found the boom burger.
Wait, you know what this is?
Oh yeah, man. You warden ants used to be crazy strong because of that stuff. I heard there were different food items your people used to bring to their colony. The skulk apple, the boom burger, the tendril cake, the blinding pizza, and the deep dark sandwich.
Maybe if I can find all of them, I can bring them to my colony and show them that we can put up a fight. Come on, let's go.
Wait, man, don't we need to go back to get a burger for the crabs? They'll finish us.
Yeah? With this new sonic boom, we'll see about that. We traveled back to the crab sandcastle, only to see a horrifying sight. Everything is in ruins. What happened here? On days 13 to 14, as I headed inside the ruined sandcastle, I noticed that all of the bandit crabs were gone, except for their leader, who was being overshadowed by the giant forbidden spider.
Please, I beg you, mercy!
Fine. Your feast will be a quick one.
In one attack, the spider killed the crab instantly.
That's Alvo. He killed my entire species.
Hurry, we gotta hide. We ducked behind some rubble just in time.
We have expanded our caves for spare creatures to be fed on in the winter.
The winter? No, I have another use for them.
Spare creatures? Are some of my people still alive? I have to find out. Pierce, you head back to my anthill. I'll be back soon.
Wait, I can help. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll just stay away from the giant creepy spiders.
After following the spiders for a short amount of time, we reached a dark, scary forest. This must be the Forbidden Lands. As they began to crawl down, I heard my queen's words in the back of my head.
It's a death wish!
I have to do this for my people. On days 15 to 16, the twisting tunnels of the cave led me down under the earth as the echo of spiders crawled all around me. Stay calm, Fozo. I slowly pushed further and further into the caves until... this place is the worst! As I looked towards where the spider was heading, I saw a cavern, and there were a ton standing all around, and lots of spider eggs.
Listen to me, my family. Those ants we have taken alive will be dealt with shortly. When my hatchlings rise, they will eat them and grow. Our family will be much, much larger.
If they can get even more spiders, running away won't even be an option anymore. With all of them paying attention to Alvo, I saw an opening to a side chamber filled with even more webbing. I quickly ran inside to see some warden ants caught up in the webs.
Bozo, what are you doing here? You're gonna get yourself killed!
Don't worry, I'm getting you guys out of here. On days 17 to 18, I blasted my people free and noticed just how weak they were. Just follow right behind me, okay? As I led them back towards the entrance of the tunnels, we saw that more spiders were blocking our path.
Great, we're trapped!
Wait here, I'm gonna cause a distraction. I crawled down a separate tunnel as fast as I could, and at the end of it was a tall cave with sleeping spiders up and above. Perfect. With a powerful sonic boom, I sent out a large echo throughout the tunnel, shaking the walls and causing the roof to collapse. I barely got out of the way as the sleeping spiders were crushed by the rubble.
What was that?
It's coming from the sleeping quarters.
Okay, I didn't really think this through. The spiders ran in as I started to creep my way back down the tunnel when...
Hey, an ant escaped! Kill him!
Uh-oh! The spiders began to chase me down the tunnels and back up towards the exit. I gotta hurry! There, waiting for me, were the other warden ants. Almost there! Ah! I spun around and used my sonic boom attack to break the roof and the entrance, blocking the spiders in. Phew!
Whoa, you actually did it! But how?
I'll explain later. We shouldn't stay here any longer. On days 19 to 21, the warden ants and I made it safely back to base.
You made it! And with friends?
I told you I would. Now, to really make this place a home for a colony, I got to work building a desert-styled room for Pierce in the anthill.
You know, no one's ever been this kind to me. Thank you.
Of course. From there, I made sure to dig out more of the base to make room for all of my fellow warden ants.
What you did back there? That was incredible. Now, where's the queen?
Before I could answer, another warden ant walked into my base. Wait, I remember you. You were with the queen, right?
Yes, and I saw your entire argument. And as crazy as it sounds, I think you're right. I'm done running away.
Hopefully, more of my people can see that soon. With that, I went over and placed the boom burger down in the base for everyone to see. As I did this, some of the ants came over and took a bite of the food themselves, causing them to upgrade.
Whoa, that's one good burger.
So, if I can bring back the rest of the warden foods, the colony will become stronger than ever before.
I wish we were in the queen's good graces still. I bet she knows all about this kind of food. But now, she probably wouldn't tell us anything about it.
Well, maybe she doesn't have to. On days 22 to 26, I traveled back all the way to my people's destroyed home. There were webs everywhere, but seemingly no one in sight. Okay, if the queen had anything that would lead me to the next piece of warden food, it would be in here. As I walked closer to the queen's throne, something began to happen as it sensed my presence. Whoa, a hidden passageway? I walked inside and saw that I was in the queen's room. While searching around, I wasn't finding any clues, but I did find a strange journal. The memory of Warren. The big battle? And Warren, who's that? I began to read as I saw that we had a king. His name was Warren, and he was the strongest warden ant in the colony, always standing up for his people and doing what was best for them. But then the forbidden spiders came to these lands and started to take over everything. King Warren, for once, thought it would be best to run and keep his colony safe. But the queen told him otherwise.
We are the warden ants. If anyone can take them on, it's us. We must fight for what's ours.
Okay, my love. I trust you.
He led the whole colony in a battle against the forbidden spiders. And the big battle ended with his death. The warden ants faced their first loss. And from that moment, we went into hiding. Poor queen. No wonder she doesn't want to fight. She blames herself for King Warren's death. As I said this, I looked over to where I found the diary, and sitting there was a hidden map. Aha! Looks like the queen didn't want anyone to find this. Could this lead to the next piece of warden food? On days 27 to 29, following the map's coordinates led me straight to a large building on a hillside. What could be in here? I found a small crack in the wall to enter through and into the structure to see that the place was filled with old people?
I love this show.
What is this place? Some sort of retirement home?
All right, Barbara, your birthday tendril cake will be ready soon.
Ah, good, because I'm not done watching my show yet.
Yeah, right.
Tendril cake? That's gotta be the next warden food I need. I followed the staff member as they left the room and headed straight for a dinner table. There on it was the cake I needed. Bingo. I crawled around the room until I made it onto the rafter and above the cake. How am I supposed to get down there? Okay, maybe this wasn't my best idea. I looked around and was now on the tendril cake, surrounded by burning candles. Oh, well, time to eat. But just before I could take a bite, the candles around me came to life? What the?
Stop right there, you dirty pest! This cake is under the protection of the CPU!
The CPU?
The Candle Protection Unit!
Whoa, wait! Look, I just need one slice to...
Wax and flame units, move in! Eliminate this pest!
Squadrons of candle warriors began to run in and attack. Candle mages would try and burn me with their flames, and the small candles would explode. Ah! I began to run, but the frosting was so thick. No, I'm stuck. The candles all came rushing in and were about to take me down when we all heard loud footsteps shaking the entire cake.
Time to blow out the candles on my cake.
All units, this is a code red! Code red! Get out of there!
All the candle warriors started to run back as a powerful gust of wind blew over the area. Every single one of them were completely wiped out.
That was fun. Too bad I'm allergic.
On days 33 to 35, I was finally able to take a bite out of the tendril cake. This caused me to upgrade again. I was now a stronger warden ant, gained 5 more hearts, and had wings. Whoa! Before I left, I grabbed a slice of the cake and started to actually fly. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I was about to leave when I saw a little candle person hiding in the rafters above. Ah! Whoa! Hey, it's okay. Are you all alone?
Yeah, I've always been. The other candles weren't very nice to me.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Well, I got somewhere in mind where you don't have to be alone then. If you want to come with me. I brought the little candle back to my colony's home, where I built him his very own candlelit room.
Wowee, thanks! Those other candles would never do something like this for me. Kicked me out because I didn't agree with the way they did things.
You and I have a lot in common already, little guy. What's your name?
They call me Kid.
Well, kid, you don't have to worry about anyone kicking you out of here. I promise. With that, I placed the tendril cake slice down in the base and allowed the other ants to eat it, causing them to upgrade.
Wow, that's some good food. By the way, Fozo, I think your scorpion friend was looking for you. Said something about meeting him at a pond?
On days 36 to 39, while flying around the nearest pond, I smelled something. Ah, what is that?
Hey, Bozo, down here!
I flew down below and landed beside Pierce. Is that smell coming from you?
What smell? While you were out, I think I found the savory slice.
Huh? The what?
You know what? Just follow me.
He then led me over to a sewer entrance. No wonder you smell so bad. Once we went inside, the pipe opened up into a whole sewer town. There was trash and sewers everywhere, and rats roam the streets and their homes. It's like a whole civilization lives down here. We made it across the town as Pierce brought me to the entrance of a pizzeria.
Okay, so listen up. The next Warden food piece, the blinding pizza, is in here for sure.
It is?
Only thing is, it's locked, and its owner is a real piece of work. But I think you can open it.
Great. Come on, let's go.
Well, I could pick the lock if I had a tail. As you can see, I don't. But if my new ant pal were to find me a new one.
You want me to get you a new tail?
Yep, it's the only way to get that blinding pizza. And I think I know just how you can find one.
On days 40 to 44, I arrived at the factory on the surface. What kind of scorpion tail would be here? Using my new wings, I flew through a vent and into the building with loads of abandoned equipment and crates around. It wasn't long until I came across a broken down claw machine. Is his tail in there? Crawling inside of the machine, I pushed past toy after toy until finally seeing a toy scorpion tail. Huh, didn't know they made these. But as I was about to grab the tail, I was blown back by a small explosion. Ah! I looked back, and hopping towards me were a bunch of little toy creepers.
This machine is our prison, and nobody will take any of our things away from us!
They all began to attack as they would leap up and explode. You guys are crazy! Back off! I flew up and tried to stay out of their reach, but one jumped off of a tall tail, hitting me head on. Hitting the ground hard made me accidentally let out a sonic boom, breaking open the machine.
An exit! Freedom!
On days 45 to 47, all of the creepers jumped out of the machine as I peacefully went over to grab Pierce's new tail. I then flew out of the factory, heading back to the sewers, when I was hit out of the air by webbing. Looking around, I realized I had fallen into the heart of the forbidden forest. Here, the spiders had built up a huge encampment with even more spider eggs all around. Did they spread above ground?
You are the one that destroyed my caves, my home!
Yeah, now you know how it feels. I used my sonic bite to tear out of the webbing just as Alvo lunged towards me.
You are different. I don't smell the fear coming from your bones like the rest of your colony. But that will change.
More forbidden spiders then began to crawl out of the darkness, and some of the eggs even hatched.
My family only grows stronger by the day, and they will feast.
They were all about to charge in at once, but suddenly I felt the ground fall out below me. I barely got my wings to catch my fall as I landed in a tunnel deep below the forest.
Bozo? No! We thought you were the queen!
Wait, what? Are you the ants that stayed with her? Why isn't she with you?
I don't have time for this. She was taken, okay?
Taken? Wait! I followed them down the tunnels until we reached a small campsite with other warden ants. Who was she taken by?
We don't know. We thought it was the spiders, so that's why we were here. We've been searching for days.
I then looked around and noticed that they all seemed so weak and hungry. Everyone, go back to my colony and join us. You all need the rest, and together we'll find the queen. I promise.
We don't really have any other choice. Fine, we'll meet you there.
We went our separate ways as I made it back to Pierce in front of the pizzeria. Here you go. One scorpion tail.
Thank goodness.
With that, Pierce was able to attach the tail onto himself and then used it to pick the lock. Yes. On days 53 to 56, we entered the pizzeria to see that the place was full of rat customers. Whoa, it's actually a pretty busy spot for rats, apparently.
There, in the kitchen.
The blinding pizzas gotta be in there. Good eye, Pierce. I walked through the kitchen doors and started to look around. But then, appearing in the doorway was an intimidating rat chef.
Hey, is that an ant in my kitchen? No, no, no!
The rat rushed forward and started to swing his big chef's knife at me. Wah! Knock it off! I moved around the kitchen, fighting him with my sonic booms. Look, please, I just want to find the blinding pizza.
The blinding a pizza? I haven't made that pie in almost 20 rat years, pal. That dish went out of business. No one wanted to eat it.
Well, now you have a customer who does. Or what? Can you not do it?
Why, I can make any pie.
We both went to the other side of his kitchen, where his pizza oven was.
All right, I need 3 ingredients. The blinding dough, the ancient cheese, and the skulky sauce. They all should be somewhere in this town, but I sure ain't gonna get them. So you bring them to me, and I'll make you the best pizza you've ever had.
On days 57 to 59, I flew throughout the town looking for the ingredients. Thankfully, I was able to buy the blinding dough off of an old rat at a convenience store. Thanks.
Now scram out of here!
The ancient cheese I found in a dark alleyway, but as I grabbed it, something snapped at me. Seriously? A mousetrap? Finally, I went down into an abandoned basement full of old bottles. And there, across the room, was a bottle with a skulky glow. There you are. In a hurry to collect my sauce, I hit a shelf, causing some of the bottles to fall and shatter. The liquids all mixed together caused a puddle to form, and from it rose a large sewage monster. Oh, come on! It began to launch waves of disgusting sewer water towards me and completely drenched me. This smell is horrible. I fought back with my sonic boom, flying around the basement to dodge all of its attacks until I finally took it down. I was able to now pick up the last ingredient. I better get out of here before I make another mess. On days 60 to 63, I returned to the Chef Rat's pizzeria to see him serving a group of young, mutated warrior turtles?
Yo, best pizza in the whole sewer, man.
Radical.
They ran off, leaving me with the chef. You got some weird customers.
Do you have the ingredients or not?
I quickly tossed him over everything I had collected and watched as he scurried into his kitchen, only to hear music coming from inside? What's going...
Aha! Bake the dough, spread the sauce, sprinkle the cheese, and voila! Your pizza is served!
Whoa! As I took a bite of the pizza, I felt myself grow in strength and size. I gained 5 more hearts and a newfound ability to dash forward. Perfect.
Of course it is! Now, leave and never break into my restaurant again!
On days 64 to 68, I made it safely back to my anthill with the new and improved Pierce. But before we could go any further, he pulled me aside.
Hey, Bozo, I really appreciate this new tale. I've always been more of a big talk, no walk kind of guy. Just been so tired of feeling useless. But now, finally feel whole again. I'll never forget what you've done for me.
Of course. I'm just happy that I could help you out. I made my way over to the food room and placed the blinding slice with the others. My fellow warden ants then quickly took their bites, causing them to upgrade. But just then, I noticed that the group of weak-looking ants were huddled in the corner. Go on, guys. Eat the food. You'll feel better.
We can't. The Warden Queen would be furious. She told us never to touch those.
The Queen! I almost forgot she was taken. We need to find her. One of the weaker ants came forward, dropping down her crown.
This is all we have left of her, but I don't know how it could help.
Thank you. Now, while I'm away, eat that food. I promise you need it. On days 69 to 73, I flew out of base as fast as I could with the Queen's crown. What am I supposed to do with this? Instinctively, I placed it on my head and was suddenly sucked into a vision. It looked to be a battlefield littered with destruction. Is she here? In a flash, I returned to my body. Well, now I know where to look. After searching for a while, I found myself at the edge of the same desolate wasteland. This is where it happened, isn't it? The big battle. I looked around and noticed the mountain towering above the area. I'll be able to see everything from there. It was a struggle, but as I finally reached the mountain's peak, there looking down at everything was the Queen. There you are. Wait, you weren't kidnapped?
What? Fozo? No, I left to be alone. Why are you here?
I've been searching everywhere for you. You have to come back to our colony now.
I'm not fit to lead anymore. I've always tried my best to protect all of us, the colony, from what happened here all those years ago, but it's never been enough. My people are growing weaker by the day. Fight, don't fight. Either way, we all end up dead.
I know what happened to your husband, to the king, and I'm so sorry that you lost him. You shouldn't live the rest of your life blaming yourself. You did all you could then. But you can do more now. If we don't take a stand against those spiders, then the rest of the colony is going to be killed off. same as the king. Just then, a giant spider ambushed us. Without hesitation, it charged forward towards the queen. No! I quickly flew in between them, blasting it away. Leave her alone! The spider angrily hissed and began attacking me instead. It was still larger than I was, but I wasn't about to give up. I kept unleashing a bunch of attacks, and the spider kept countering. No, is this gonna be it? Just then, the spider was knocked back by the queen.
Stay away from my people!
Together, we blasted the spider again and again until finally it was defeated. You helped me?
You were right, Fozo. The king would want us to free the colony from the spider threat, not wallow in fear and sorrow. Thank you for not giving up on me.
Of course. Happy to have you back, Your Highness. And I believe this belongs to you.
Thank you. I can tell you've already collected most of the Warden foods. If you retrieve the last one, we may finally stand a chance.
The queen led me through the forest until we reached the entrance of a strange-looking dump. Wait, is that Skulk?
Yes, and within this place lies the deep, dark sandwich.
Really? Then that's where I'm going next. The rest of our colony awaits your arrival at our new anthill. They need you.
Then I shall return to them. Good luck, Fozo.
Now, time to get myself a sandwich. On days 78 to 80, I headed inside of the deep, dark dump. Hello? Is there a deep, dark sandwich anywhere around here? I then heard fast movement coming from behind me. Ah! Hello? Who's there? Out of nowhere, a group of dumpster raccoons ran in and were circling me. Ah! I tried to fly, but was quickly swatted back down.
So, a new bat has roamed into the dump, huh?
He may be from the office, you know.
From the office? No. Look, I just want to get the deep dark sandwich, okay? I don't want to hurt anyone.
Aw, man. Come on!
Ah, so you want something very similar to what us dumpster raccoons want.
The large dump raccoon then brought me over to where I could see a corner office raised over the dump.
In that amazing, cold, air-conditioned office is a fridge. One that holds loads of food. But it is locked.
Well, I could probably find a way to unlock it.
If you manage to let us in, then I will let you take that deep, dark sandwich you're looking for. But be careful, for a scary, ignorant beast resides there.
On days 81 to 85, as I flew up to the office, I noticed that the keyhole was just big enough for me to fly into. I flew right in and looked at my new surroundings. There were a few desks and the fridge. I better get this door open. I saw a key sitting on one of the desks, but as I flew close to it, a massive claw swung over my head. Oh no, the beast! But I looked up and saw that it was a giant office cat. Nice, kitty. The cat wasted no time, swiping at me again and chasing me around the office. I don't stand a chance against this thing. Where's that key? Finally, I flew fast enough to get enough space to grab it and was able to unlock the door.
Charge!
All the raccoons flooded in, overpowering the cat.
Look who's in the air conditioning now!
What? You want to be in here? All I've ever wanted is to be outside, but they always lock the door.
Well, Boss Man here said that you were a monster who... Ow!
Sorry about that, ma'am. Why don't we put our differences aside and work together from now on? Truce?
Truce.
With that, the raccoons opened the fridge for me, and there was the deep, dark sandwich. Yes! I took a bite, causing me to upgrade into my final Warden Ant form. I gained 10 more hearts and felt like the strongest ant ever. Thank you, everyone. Now, I got some scores to settle. On days 86 to 90, I left the deep, dark dump, but was met back to the site of my home, the forest. Throughout the entire terrain, everything looked like it was consumed by death and destruction. Spiders were roaming around, taking down any creature they could and webbing up the land to claim the territory as theirs.
Yes, my family. Spread. Feed.
No, the spider's numbers. It's too high. We have to try and stop this before it's too late. On days 91 to 94, I arrived back to my anthill. I looked around. My queen was sitting up above the rest of the warden ants. Thank goodness you're here safely. From there, I went to work and built up my queen her very own throne in the center of the anthill. We couldn't fight as a colony without her direction. I then went over and placed the final warden food inside of our room, allowing the ants to eat it and gain its power. I looked up and our ants all looked so much stronger.
Yes, they do. Now, step forward over here.
Okay. I did as she said and looked out to see all of the warden people and even Pierce.
Everyone, take a look. This is an example of how each and every one of us should act. Selfless, brave, and most importantly, caring. This ant you are looking at, even though rejected and blamed for his previous actions, took a stand and fought for this colony no matter what. So, I think it's only suiting that he is the one that will lead us into the fight of our lives.
The queen stood back, and I never felt so honored. Thank you, everyone. The spiders, they are out of control. If we don't do something about it now, we will never have a home again. No more running. It's time that we take the fight to them. On days 95 to 99, I led my warden ant colony to face the forgotten spiders. There, at the edge of the forgotten forest, was Alvo and his people.
You know, the last time the ants tried to fight, they regretted it.
You said it yourself. I'm different. And no matter what you do, we will fight together.
Then you will die together. My family, devour them.
All of the spiders began to charge across the forest as I rallied my ants. This is it for our colony. We all charged in and clashed with the spiders as the second big battle of our kind began. Ants and spiders were doing everything they could to swing into battle as both sides wanted to prove their strength. Take this! With the powerful sonic boom, I knocked back a horde of spiders, leaving an opening where I saw Alvo disappear into the darkness. Is he trying to escape? I have to get him!
Go! We can handle these eight-legged freaks!
We will be right behind you, Fozo. The colony is with you.
On day 100, I chased after Alvo, but lost sight of him. Where did he go? The trees rustled to the left and right of me. Oh no. Did I just fall into his trap? Suddenly,
yes, you have.
I felt his webs wrap around me as he pounced directly on top of me. Ah!
You are nothing but food, but the tool for my people's rise.
I used my sonic bite to cut out of the webbing and quickly flew up, but Alvo hit me back down. Oh, he's too strong.
Yes, that is the fear that I sensed on every creature. Now you are just like them.
Before he attacked again, I looked over to the giant tree overlooking the forest. There, I flew as fast as I could, straight up the branches of the tree.
Where are you going?
Within an instant, Alvo was in front of me, in the tree's branches. Oh no, this is it. We continued to fight as we circled around the branches. I tried my best to dodge his every attack and just kept trying to tire him out.
Stop running!
Wrong again, Alvo. I'm not running. Never! With a final sonic boom, I launched Alvo off of the top of the tree as he plummeted far below.
No!
Alvo and his family were defeated, and this forest can finally be free again. On day 1, I spawned in as a warden worm deep within my desert ancient city. I looked around only to see my warden people being attacked by a bunch of monster hunters. Are they after us? I ran throughout the battlefield and watched as the hunters started to hurt and capture my people as if they were just doing it for fun.
Haha! That's 2 points. I'm going for 3.
As I was distracted, I was spotted by one of them. He rushed in to attack, and I thought I was done for until our warden elder jumped in the way and took him down.
We can't let them capture you, my boy. You are special and were created so that we can put an end to these hunters.
Me? But how? Just then, a much larger monster hunter slammed down in the center of our city.
Where is that warden worm? I, Odin, will hunt you down, just like the rest of this world's monsters, so that I can be the most powerful hunter yet!
You need to leave now and find Aaron. He will know how to make you strong enough to save our people.
Odin then noticed the 2 of us and rushed forward only to unleash a powerful attack on my elder. No!
Go now!
I ran for my life, leaving all of my people behind.
Capture these pathetic monsters and get me that worm!
On day 2, I was slithering through the caves as fast as I could, with monster hunters chasing behind me. They shot at me using their advanced hunter gear. Oh no, I'm trapped.
You know, we enjoyed taking your people down. And once we have you, our power will be used to kill the rest of the monsters in this world.
I'm not a monster. Out of my frustration, I began to mine deep in the ground. Whoa, I can burrow.
Oh, no, you don't. Get the drill!
Using this newfound ability, I began to mine a path to get me out of this cave. It wasn't long until I heard heavy machinery and realized there was a drill mining right after me. Ah! I then mined out of a wall side, only to find myself inside of a strange nest home. What is this place?
There you are!
The monster hunter began to rush in, but out of nowhere dropped down a very large griffin beast. On day 3, the griffin started to fight off the monster hunter, easily destroying his machine. The hunter ran up and tried his best to hurt him with his weaponry, but the griffin sliced him with his claw and sent him back. He had incredible agility and strength, and would even use his wings to summon deadly gusts of wind around us.
No! No!
The griffin then landed on the hunter, taking him down for good. Whoa, you saved me. I thought I was safe, but the bird turned towards me and approached with anger. Wait, I don't mean you any harm.
This is my home, and you are not welcome here.
I was backed into a corner and thought I was done for. Please, look, I'm looking for Aaron, okay? My people, they're in danger.
Well, it's true. You must be the creature the Wardens have spent years creating. Fine, I'll help take you where you need to go.
On day 4, the griffin flew me high up throughout the lands, but all I was seeing was pure chaos. The world was full of deadly villages and outposts filled with cages of different beasts, animals, you name it. The hunters are doing this? This is horrible.
This is the world now. With Odin and his people at large, all creatures of any kind are being hunted down and stripped of their freedoms, including your wardens.
We then landed within a desert ruin with a strange warden eye artifact sat at its center.
Go and pick it up.
Okay. I listened, and once I touched it, my entire body began to shake. I gained 5 more hearts and grew larger in size, becoming a stronger warden worm. Whoa!
This is the first of 5 Warden Eye fragments. They grant any being incredible beast-like abilities when equipped. I am Aaron,
and have helped the Wardens in their quest on creating you. They believe your strength can be enough to stop this.
Well, if these items increase my strength, then I will go out and find all of them. Rustling then sounded off, and out of the bushes rushed an advanced hunter.
There you are. We have all the Wardens under our watch, and when I bring you in, I will be rewarded.
On day 5, the advanced hunter rushed in and began to attack. He summoned 2 more arms and now had 4 very sharp swords. Oh no! But with my new upgrade, I now had the ability to shoot out deadly skulk venom at him. Ha! Take that! We fought each other, blow for blow. He was not an easy opponent, as he shot out poison all throughout the area. But I knew I could not let my people down. With the one final skulk venom attack, I was able to fully take down the hunter. Yes! Upon his death, dropped a note that said,
"Do not let that worm find those Warden Eye artifacts. Go out and find the Croak Empire before he does."
The Croak Empire? Huh. That must be where another one is. I knew that there were going to be more hunters after me. So Aaron and I started to forge a new hideout within this desert ruin. I made my very own home inside of a sand cave, while I also made Aaron a small nest lying on top of a tree. As Aaron and I were admiring our new work, I saw a sand block fall near my cave.
Oops. Oh no.
What was that? I walked over, only to see a tiny warden hiding in fear.
No, please don't hurt me. I barely was able to escape from those hunters. I have nowhere else to go.
Escape? Where exactly did you escape from? On day 6, the tiny warden brought me within the nearest forest until we reached an outpost much larger than the ones I'd seen before. I watched as countless hunters were inside, upgrading their weaponry. And right next to them were rows of cages holding wardens and my warden elder.
Let us go!
Ah, shut it!
I have to get them out of here. I was about to run in, blinded by my rage. But just then, Odin entered the courtyard.
Everyone listen! This Warden Worm is a threat to our clan. Do you not understand? It can grow to be the strongest among all beasts in this world. This is why we must obtain its scales so that we can forge weaponry with power like no other. But we will need backup.
He then walked forward and ignited a platform, causing lightning to summon all around him. In one huge burst, dropped down a night bounty hunter.
Magnus, I know you've never failed a hunt, which is why I need you to go and find that worm.
Very well. Leave it to me.
Oh no, this isn't good. I need to find the Croak Empire fast.
You mean that Kingdom of Frogs? I know where that place is. Come on, follow me.
On day 7, the tiny warden led me deep within a swamp. But we were quickly met by a moat. Is that polluted swamp water? Gross! I then looked across, and waiting on the other side was the Croak Empires.
Okay, but how do we get across?
I think I have an idea. Follow me. I used my burrow ability, allowing me to dig deep underground. Thankfully, I was able to mine below the moat and make it safely on the other side. However, as I exited, I found myself in the middle of their entire kingdom. Maybe I mined too far?
Halt! Ward worm? Those wards are really getting creative with their creations, huh?
Huh, yeah, no kidding. We know why you're here. You will not get that Warden Eye fragment.
I then looked up, and lying on their tallest tower was the Warden Eye. Please, I need it. Just then, I heard a very loud and in a huge splash landed their king frog.
I am Emperor Croak. We see that fragment has good luck to our people. We have lost too many to those hunters.
Well, I'm trying to stop them. There has to be some way I can get it from you.
You know, this empire loves a show. I think I have an idea on how you can prove your worth.
On day 8, Emperor Croak brought me back to the center of their kingdom with a crowd of frogs watching.
The rules are simple. If you can get to that warden fragment, you win. But in order to do that, you have to get past the king.
Okay, deal. Horns then sounded off, and the Frog King began to attack me. He used his high leaps to his advantage and pushed me back away from the tower. Back off! I fought back, using my skulk venom on him, and tried my best to get to their tower. Unfortunately, he would shoot out deadly water attacks at me, and even shot his tongue out, swallowing me whole.
Let me out of here!
Ow! Wait a minute, I have an idea. I continued to fight the frog, and waited for him to shoot his tongue again. Here goes nothing. He shot me out. Come on! I did it! I reached the Warden fragment. I picked it up, causing me to upgrade once more. I gained 5 hearts, grew in size, and now had the ability to do explosive bites at my enemy. Awesome! I went back to the courtyard towards the king.
Emperor Croak is very impressed. You earned it. But without this fragment, my kingdom's luck is gone.
You know, I think I have an idea. On days 9 to 10, I gathered up all of the frogs in the Croak Empire to come back to my base.
Thank you for offering shelter to my people until we stop those men. Odin will stop at nothing to take us all down.
Yeah, I know. I just don't get why he hates us so much.
I'm not quite sure, but what I've heard is that he lost someone very close to him. But it's just a rumor.
Who could he have lost? We continued to walk out of the swamps and back towards the desert until I heard a voice coming towards us. The sky became clouded as flames appeared and a figure rose from the ground.
You! I thought I smelled a warden worm around here.
Oh no! Leave now! The frogs and the tiny warden all left back towards my base. You're trying to hunt me down. What you hunters are doing, it's not right.
Not right. You are monsters, beasts. You don't know any better, especially you wardens.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll show you. Magnus then charged straight in. He spun around and slashed me with his very large sword. With just one hit, I was knocked down to only a few hearts. Oh no, he's too strong. I gotta get out of here. I began to burrow down into the ground, but Magnus ran down the tunnel straight behind me.
Get back here!
He was about to catch me, but thankfully, I dug straight underneath a pool of lava. It fell and separated the two of us.
Count your days, you worm. They are numbered.
On days 11 to 12, I made my way back to base and saw that all of the frogs and the tiny warden made it here safely. Thank goodness. I got to work, building up a place for all of the frog people. I made sure to theme it around their kingdom so that they could feel just at home. After that, I quickly was able to build the tiny warden their very own tiny home as well.
Wow, Fozo, this is amazing. Oh, and that reminds me, I wanted to show you something.
What is it? The tiny warden then used her warden senses to locate and pull out from the ground all of the surrounding ore around our base.
We are wardens, remember? I can sense everything.
Whoa, that's awesome! Thanks! With the tiny warden's help, I was able to find enough iron to make myself a set of iron tools. Awesome!
Fozo, I'm glad you made it back safely. And by the looks of things, you're even stronger now.
I am, Aaron. Thankfully.
Well, if you're up for another journey, I found where the next warden fragment is.
You did?
Yes. Now come on, I'll show you.
On days 13 to 14, I followed behind Aaron until he brought me to the top of an icy mountain. At its peak were strange pillars surrounding a Warden Eye fragment. But something was wrong. It's frozen?
That's right. This fragment is useless unless we can melt it, and there is only one way to do so.
How? Aaron led me to the side of the mountain, overlooking the rest of the tundra.
Deep within this land lies a very dangerous ice beast. But with its help, we just might be able to thaw this fragment. He warned, he is not friendly.
Great. He then flew away with the frozen fragment to keep it safe at our base. And I continued into the tundra until I saw a fire? That's not normal. I approached and started to see that the fire was coming from a burning tundra village. It was being raided by the monster hunters. Oh no. On days 15 to 16, I watched as monster hunters began to corner some defenseless tundra creatures.
Please. No, wait.
One of the hunters swung and killed the creature without a second thought. I have to stop this. I charged in and used my new explosive bite to attack them. They turned to fight back, but I was quick and was able to take all of them down with my abilities. Yes! I looked around at the burning village, and just when I thought I killed the last hunter, one of the home's walls exploded outwards.
You! We finally met face to face.
Odin, you have to stop this. All of it. You're hurting countless innocent lives.
Lives? You guys are just monsters.
He leapt into the air and tried to slam down onto me, summoning lightning everywhere. Stop! Look, I heard you lost someone close to you. I'm sorry, but you can't just take it out on us.
You know nothing about me. My father, he was the greatest hunter to ever live. He taught me everything from skinning a rabbit to slaying beasts like you. Then one day, on a hunt, he never returned. He was killed by one of you monsters. You beasts ended his life, and now I will do the same to all of you!
He threw one of his axes directly at me, and I was barely able to dodge out of the way. I gotta get out of here. I made a break for it, but just when I was about to make it out of the village, I felt the ice crack from underneath. Ah!
Huh. I will avenge my father if it's the last thing I do.
On days 17 to 18, I fell down and into the center of an ice temple. Ow! Where am I? The area looked abandoned and almost completely forgotten, except for there was a tundra creature hiding behind a pillar. Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you.
You're not one of those hunters. They took my family from me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop them, but I have to find an ice beast in order to do so.
Oh, you mean the Yeti? Follow me.
Wait, Yeti? He led me over to a very dark cave entrance deeper in the temple. So, he's in here?
Yeah?
I began to slowly creep inside until I was totally encased in darkness. And then... As I recovered from the hit, rushing out of the darkness was a huge ice Yeti. On days 19 to 21, the powerful Yeti jumped towards me in a rage, swinging at me with his giant fists. Hey! I began to fight back, using my explosive bite attack. But the Yeti was so strong, he barely seemed to flinch. I tried to run and gain some distance, but he would keep burrowing towards me before forming a ball of ice that kicked at me. Ah, stop it! I'm not here to fight you!
You leave. No!
I can't do that. I need your help in unfreezing a Warden fragment.
Help! Hunters attack because of you! Now, leave my home!
Please, Yeti! The monster hunters attacked my village. They took me away from my family. They need to be stopped.
The Yeti calmed down.
Fine, if you want help, I show you. But you do the rest.
Show us what?
Both of you, follow.
On days 22 to 26, the Yeti led us out of his icy caves until we came to a large lava and ice lake.
Unfreeze fragment, the item you need. Here.
In the lake?
Yes, under the lake. You must find it.
Okay, here I go. I began to dig deep down, tunneling under the pool, searching for any clue of the Yeti's item. But as I dug, I accidentally mined in another icy cave with spikes falling down. Okay, wrong way. I continued to dig, having to dodge around more traps and being careful not to dig too close to lava pools. Eventually, I found it. Another cave opening. But it was no longer icy, and in the center was a pedestal holding a potion of molten magma. This has to be it. I rushed up and grabbed the potion. This will definitely unfreeze the frozen Warden fragment. On days 27 to 29, I went back to my base, potion in hand and seal with me. I found that Aaron had built some sort of containment pillar for the frozen fragment. Hey, here you go.
Good work. But it'll take some time to set things up.
While he was doing that, I went and got enough materials to make Seal their very own home to stay in.
Thanks, Fozo. It's nice to know us creatures have each other's backs.
Agreed. I ran back to Aaron and saw that his containment area was now filled with hot magma. Okay, I'm guessing it's ready. I then watched as the frozen fragment began to melt and crack until it finally thawed. Yes! I grabbed the fixed fragment, causing me to become even stronger. I gained 5 more hearts and felt my body grow. Now, I could use my size to shake the ground around me with a powerful slam attack. Awesome!
So, is it true? Rumors quickly spread that Odin's father was killed by a beast.
Yeah, and now he's letting his rage blind him.
It just doesn't make any sense. His dad was known as the world's strongest monster hunter. Things aren't adding up, Fozo.
What do you mean? Stop it! What was that? I ran out of the base to see that there in a cage was my Warden Elder? Oh my goodness, you're okay. I'm getting you out of here now. I ran up to the cage and noticed that she looked weak.
My dear boy, no! Get out of here! It's a trap!
What? Before I knew it, Magnus appeared, leaping down between me and the Elder. As he did, giant walls of metal formed around us, trapping me in.
You aren't going anywhere!
On days 30 to 32, I was face to face with Magnus in his metal arena. You used my Elder as bait?
Yes, and you fell for it! There's no running this time!
He rushed in to attack me, spinning around wildly with his sword and shield. Ah! Take this! I used my new Power Slam ability, causing the ground beneath us to erupt. The attack definitely hurt Magnus, but the blast also hit my Elder. Oh no, I need to be careful. Magnus used the opening to kick me back, then followed up with multiple sword attacks as I was cornered. I was starting to get lower and lower on hearts, and he kept blocking my attacks. I can't give up. I used my explosive attack to push Magnus back, but his hits were just way too strong. Magnus then landed a blow that almost knocked me out. Ah!
It's a pity they want you alive. You're coming with me.
My vision went blurry from the fight, and I started to pass out. On days 33 to 35, I woke up, chained to a strange platform in the middle of a room full of monster hunters. I feel so weak.
Warden Worm, you really thought you'd put an end to my empire?
What did you do to me?
More so, what did you just do? For us, we have taken some of your scales, and with them, we will upgrade our weaponry so that we can move on to the next part of our plan.
Next part?
Quiet! Hunters, get to work! In this one, put him with the others. We have what we want.
A couple of hunters walked forward and began to escort me deep underneath their outpost. It wasn't long until I was thrown into a cage in a room filled with my wardens.
Fozo, I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you.
It's okay. We're all alive. That's what matters. Odin is planning something, though. We need to get out of here, and fast.
Yeah, good luck, pal. These people only see us as entertainment here.
Entertainment? Just then, the opposite side of my cage opened up. What the? I walked out, only to have the door slam behind me, and to see that I was in a massive arena with monster hunters looking down at me. Oh, no! On days 36 to 39, I looked around the whole Colosseum. I need to find a way out of here. I then heard another cage open on the opposite side, and walking out of it was a tall amethyst golem.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Whoa, 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 wait! We don't have to listen to them. We can work together and get out of here.
Get out of here? Impossible. So, it's either you or me. No hard feelings.
The golem then started throwing amethyst shards at me. I dodged them, only to realize they turned into tiny amethyst golems? What the? They ran at me while he continued to attack with his massive arm. We began to fight as he attacked me continuously. Ah! Stop it!
Fight me!
The golem stomped on the ground and sent forward shards of amethyst that hit me on the head. No! We are not monsters! Ah! In my frustration, I unleash an extremely powerful warden boom, destroying everything around me. Whoa!
What? Close the cages! Don't let them escape!
In the midst of the destruction, I noticed that there was a way out. I gotta get the wardens and get out of here. On days 40 to 44, I escaped with all of the wardens straight out of the hunter's outpost. Thankfully, we were able to make it safely back to base. That was close. Before doing anything else, I made sure to get enough materials to build up all of the wardens their very own ancient-styled home. And done.
Oh, Fozo, I'm so proud of how strong you've become.
The warden elder collapsed right in front of me. Why is this happening?
Fozo, what's wrong?
Aaron, the hunters, they must have done something to her. She looks so weak.
If we don't do something soon, she might not make it.
But we have to help her.
I have an idea on where we can get an item that might help her, but we have to hurry.
Odin, we had no idea that he would escape.
Roar! I trusted idiots with one job. One! And now that worm is back out in the world. No matter. Those of you who are still worth the air you breathe, forge your weapons. Once my axes possess that worm's power, it won't be a problem anymore.
On days 45 to 47, I went as quickly as I could with Aaron until we arrived at some sort of desert dungeon. But the entrance was sealed shut. Great. Now what?
I'll fly up and look around.
Aaron took to the skies as I looked more intently at the entrance. I noticed that the door was being held up by two pillars that sunk into the ground. That's it. I tunneled below the door and straight through each of the pillars, breaking them down one by one. When the last one was broken, the entire entrance collapsed and was opened up.
You did it!
The two of us ran inside, only to see the dungeon's vast, dark interior. Whoa!
There, that's the item we need.
I looked up and saw that in the center of the chamber was a large tiki sitting in the center, and behind it laid the golden totem of healing. That's it! I began to hurry towards it, but as I moved forward, I heard a click under my body. Uh-oh! no! The whole room began to shake, and suddenly, the entire floor dropped down, exposing a large, elaborate parkour towards the center. And if I fall, I'd land on deadly spikes. Great.
Activate defense mechanism.
I then noticed that the tall tiki in the center had come to life. It started to launch elemental attacks around the platforms. Okay, focus. I have to get that totem. On days 48 to 52, I started to jump between the floating platforms heading towards the totem, but the tiki heads were spouting flames directly at me. Ah! I jumped away to one of the platforms just before I saw a rock flying right at me. It hit me head on, and I almost fell straight off. Knock it off.
Intruder!
Stay
back! Bolts of lightning started to flash throughout the room, making it even harder to jump across. But I knew I had to do it. Here goes nothing. I jumped and finally made it on top of the center platform. But as I did, the tikis all dissembled into 3 individual ones. Ah! They began their attacks, each wielding a different elemental power. I began to fight back when one of them seemed to recognize me.
Wait, hold up. Are you the Warden Worm?
Yeah, I kinda need that totem to save my elder.
Well, why didn't you say something? Us tikis don't have very good eyesight, you know. We know about your quest to take down those hunters, and we totally agree with it.
Follow us. You should see this.
The tikis led me into a separate room of the dungeon, and there was a map?
We've been guarding this bad boy. It should lead you to your next Warden fragment.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Those crazy hunters have been trying to get into this place for ages to get it.
That's why we had to secure the entrance.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, forget about it. You can take the map and the totem. Just stop those hunters.
On days 53 to 56, Aaron and I rushed back to our base. I ran directly into where my elder was resting and placed the totem of healing next to her. This caused the entire room to instantly start glowing. Yes. In a burst of vibrant light, my elder stood up and looked completely healed.
My goodness, thank you. Those hunters didn't treat us well at all. I didn't think I was going to make it.
I'm just glad you're okay.
You really have grown so much. I'm so proud of all you have done for our kind.
The work isn't done yet. I just got this map that leads to the next Warden Eye fragment. It looks like it shows something called the Grand Forest.
That forest is a dangerous place. You must be careful.
I know, but it seems like I don't have a choice. I need those fragments to stop Odin. On days 57 to 59, I was making my way to the Grand Forest, and I stopped only to see a massive tree line. Whoa! I then heard screams. Run! I ran towards the trees to see that on the edge of the forest was a town of smaller tree people, but they were being raided by the monster hunters. Oh no! The hunters were using their new and improved weapons to cut down the homes and tree people with ease. They weren't kidding. They upgraded their gear. Hey, hunters! Over here!
The Warden Worm! Get him!
I rushed into battle and fought off as many of the hunters as I could. I used my abilities to hit multiple of them at a time, but they were much stronger than before.
You think we are a challenge? You have no idea how strong Odin has now become.
No! I started to fight harder than ever before, using my power slam to knock out a group of them, and then my explosive bite to take down the final one. With only a few hearts to spare, the tree village was saved. That was close.
You have saved us, weird creature. I can tell you're not from around here.
Yeah, I'm visiting this forest, looking for a Warden Eye fragment.
Oh, if you want that, you must travel to the forest core.
Can you lead me there?
For saving my home? Absolutely.
On days 60 to 63, I followed the tree person as they led me deep into the Grand Forest until we met a clearing, revealing a lost kingdom.
The fragment should be in there, the core, but I shall go no further.
I pushed forward inside the main entrance and found an ominous clearing. there, high up in the branches, was the Warden fragment. Yes! Now, just to get it.
Why have you come here, Warden Worm?
Who said that? I looked out, and appearing through the trees was a tall treant.
I am Skull, guardian of this fragment.
I need that fragment, Skog.
For what? To stop the hunter Odin, I presume?
Yes, he has to be stopped. It's the only way.
No, you will do no such thing.
Skog suddenly rushed towards me in a rage. Wait! On days 64 to 65, Skog moved in and started to attack me. He was so powerful and used the elements of nature to his advantage. He would stomp on the ground and cause jaw-like plants to appear and hit me. Ah! I knew I had to fight back. Stop this! We're on the same side! Skog was fueled by rage and kept hitting me. He would reach into the earth and cause roots to shoot out towards me. Why? Why don't you want to defeat Odin?
Be quiet!
He was about to attack again, but I ran in and bit into him with my explosive bite. This caused Skog to stumble back and briefly stop attacking.
Odin, his actions are wrong, but it's all his father's fault. It's my fault.
What? Wait, you're Odin's father? But how?
Odin followed in my footsteps, as my goal was to become the greatest hunter to ever exist. I would exceed my goals and reach higher and higher, slaying, hurting animals and creatures, treating them like nothing but monsters. But then, on one fateful hunt, I was cursed into becoming the very thing I hunted. I knew my people would never accept me back, so I couldn't return. I came here, and over time, I have finally realized that the beasts we have hunted have emotions as well.
So, you didn't die to a beast. You became one? Odin should know.
He can't know that his own father has turned into the very thing he hates.
But maybe if he knew, he would change. He hates the beasts because he thought you died to one. Skog suddenly smashed at the branch above, dropping the fragment.
Maybe, just maybe, you are right, Worm. You may take the Warden fragment.
Thank you. I ran up and grabbed it, and this caused me to grow in power again. I gained 5 more hearts, and now I could rain down bursts of sonic boom energy from the sky. I felt so much stronger than before. On days 66 to 68, I was on my way back to base with Skog when suddenly Odin's lightning struck, and he was now right in front of us.
You really thought you could escape from me? I'll give you credit. If there is one thing we both have in common, is that we both don't know when to give up.
Odin, wait! He ran straight towards me with his sonic boom charged axes, but Skog jumped in the way, taking the blow. Odin began to attack as hard as he could, hacking into Skog's tree body. I could tell Skog didn't want to, but he began to defend himself.
Odin, you need to stop this!
Odin and Skog continued to fight until Skog hit him back with his root attack. But Odin countered with a very heavy hit.
Now you shall die!
Odin, son, it's me, your father!
He stood there, stunned.
That can't be true! My father, he was a hunter!
I was. But my rage turned me into this. Son, these creatures have feelings, lives that we are just taking from them. You have to stop this now.
I can't believe this. You may have been my father before, but you are not him today.
Wait! Odin slung with the final heavy blow that killed his father! No! I knew I had to run as I quickly burrowed straight down and away from Odin. I have to get the final fragment. I have to! On days 69 to 71, I tunneled all the way to my base and saw that all of the wardens looked healthy again. They were even all working throughout the base, helping my other friends. The elder noticed me and walked over.
This, Bozo, is what being a warden is all about. We are protectors. Our people are meant to keep all of the world's creatures safe.
This is so amazing. I was admiring all of them when suddenly I heard the tiny warden panicking.
Bozo! Bozo!
Hey, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Yes, I am. I was just roaming around outside the base when I saw some monster hunters. They made a camp nearby.
What did you find out?
Well, I overheard them talking about the final warden fragment, but it is in possession of Magnus, and I know exactly where he lives.
Great! Can you tell me? On days 72 to 74, I roamed around the overworld until I reached a clearing, and there it was, Magnus's keep. The huge walls and battlements were guarded and well too fortified for me just to dig through. I need to find another way in safely.
I know it's around here somewhere.
What was that? I walked over to the noise and saw an armored Enderman.
Come on. Where did I put my sword?
Hey man, are you okay?
No, I'm not. I lost my sword. How am I supposed to be an Enderman Knight without my sword?
Whoa, it's okay. Wait a minute. I have an idea. If I find your sword, would you teleport me inside of that keep over there?
You, my friend, have a deal.
On days 75 to 77, I began to burrow around the area. The Enderman said that he just went mining. It has to be around here somewhere. I then dug into a large cave. On a mound of stone was the Enderman's sword. Yes! I started to move closer, but then I realized that the cave had large cracks in the floor filled with lava. No! How do I get across? I looked around the room and noticed that the roof of the cave was made out of a ton of loose gravel. Perfect! I shot my sonic venom ability, striking the roof and causing all the loose blocks to fall. Because of this, the large cracks in the ground were now filled with gravel, allowing me to walk across safely. I picked up the sword and quickly tunneled my way back to the surface and reunited with the Enderman Knight.
Oh, yes! Thank you!
Of course! Now, can you get me inside of that keep?
Oh, yeah, with ease.
On days 78 to 80, the Enderman Knight teleported us far below Magnus's keep, inside a dungeon room. Okay, now, to get that fragment and get out of here, I started to walk through the dungeons, heading up the main outpost. But I was quickly stopped when I saw cages filled with the tundra creatures I saw earlier.
We feel so weak.
You guys are Seal's family. Come on, let me help. I used my worm ability and broke open their cages.
Thank you, Warden Worm.
Of course. Stay here. I'll be right back. From there, I went up through the keep, making sure to avoid any hunter guards that were on post. It wasn't long before I entered a main courtyard room, and in the center held the final warden fragment. Yes! I walked up and picked it up, causing my body to change one last time. I gained 10 more hearts, grew larger in size, and was now a very large warden worm. I did it! On days 81 to 85, I was leaving the room, but was interrupted by Magnus walking out from the shadows.
You really have come back for more, haven't you? I do have to say, I am quite impressed with your escape. But I am Magnus, the best bounty hunter there is. No one escapes my capture.
He charged in and began to attack me. I'm here to show you how wrong you really are. I fought back, this time using my newly found abilities. Because I was a fully upgraded Warden Worm, I was able to summon a tornado of sonic boom energy. Magnus felt my newly found strength. Last time, he was able to overpower me, but now he was no match.
No!
With one final hit, I was able to fully take down the Night Hunter. Ha! Take that! From there, I quickly gathered the tundra creatures outside and started our journey back home. But as we started our travels, I heard a loud, "Oh no, what can that be?" On days 86 to 90, I separated from the creatures, heading straight for the horns. But the sight that met me was absolutely horrifying. I watched rows of destruction caused by the newly upgraded hunters. Trees were burned, grass was dead, and there was smoke everywhere.
Under the name of Odin, the final sweep has begun. Go through the lands and make sure there isn't a single living creature.
From there, hunters started to go out and kill any animal that they can find. No! This has to end, and it has to end now! On days 91 to 94, I hurried back home to make sure all of my friends were safe. Thankfully, the hunters hadn't found us yet.
Fozo, you found my family!
Yeah, I did. I told you I would help you out. To keep the rest of his family safe, I quickly went out and built them homes right next to him.
Thank you! With the hunter's new plan, we need a place to hide in and feel safe.
Agreed. I then went over and saw Aaron and my elder in a conversation.
Fozo, thank goodness you're okay.
The hunter's plan, it's begun.
I know. I saw all of it. If they do this to the entire realm, it will never be habitable for any of us. We have to storm their outpost now, and we have to take Odin down. On days 95 to 99, Aaron and I stormed the main hunter's outpost. There was a whole row of hunters in the front waiting for us, with Odin standing high above, commanding them.
I knew you'd show yourself. Finally here to meet your fate.
No, I'm here to stop you.
Have it your way. Men, attack!
The monster hunters rushed in towards Aaron and I and started to slice us with their axes. Aaron took to the skies, summoning gusts of wind to take down groups of them at a time. While he was fighting, I also rushed in and used all my abilities I gained along the way in my journey. I summoned my sonic boom tornado, bit at them, anything to take them down. With Aaron and I's teamwork, we were able to take down most of the group. I looked up and watched as Odin stood in his empire as lightning struck all around him. He's waiting for me.
Go! I will hold the rest of them off!
On day 100, I made it in the center of the courtyard where Odin was standing.
Today's the day you'll finally learn your place in this world.
No, today's the day you learned how wrong you've been. You will regret your actions, and when you're gone, this world will be a better place. Odin got frustrated and rushed in to attack.
Yeah!
His weaponry was way heavier and stronger than his other hunters, and every hit he dealt did a massive amount of damage. With his deadly weaponry, he was even stronger than before. I fought back, shooting out any ability that I could think of. I can't let everyone down. He was very fast, and I could tell he had a lot of experience as a fighter.
I will not let a worm take this from my clan!
I kept fighting until I released my sonic boom tornado one last time, but this time it was completely surrounding him.
What is this?
Your end! I shot at him with all of my abilities as he started to grow weaker and weaker.
No! No!
With one final attack, Odin was defeated. Yes! Now it's time for us creatures to live in peace. On day 1, I spawned inside of a large skulk burial site as an ancient warden. I looked forward only to see that there was a large grand warden standing in front of me. What's going on?
My ancient boy, you have no idea how special you are. But we are not safe. We must go before he arrives.
Who arrives? I followed the Grand Warden, rushing out of what looked to be my Skulk Temple, only to reach a main area where the largest cosmic dragon I had ever seen was destroying my kind.
Do not let him get to the Ancient One!
All of my people were doing everything they could to defend against the dragon. Why would they do all of this just for me? But he was strong and completely obliterated them all.
Where is the Ancient Warden? I must kill him so that I can rightfully be the ruler of this realm.
Shooting stars then blasted down from the sky, summoning down a cosmic army.
Listen, that evil dragon will stop at nothing to make sure that you are dead. You must go and find all of your ancient parts. Only then can we stop him.
He then slammed into the ground, summoning a strange portal in front of me.
Find the ancient claw. Then all else will be explained.
Wait!
No! Don't let him escape!
On day 2, I fell through the portal, only to see that I was inside a strange skulk maze. An ancient claw is here? Without a second thought, cosmic men started to pour through the portal right behind me.
Get back here!
I began to run throughout the maze, doing my best to lose them. It was very tricky and even held parkour courses throughout it. Where is that ancient claw? I heard multiple of the cosmic men throughout the maze and knew that I was completely surrounded. But just then, a strange feeling filled from within, causing me to shoot out a sonic sound wave. Whoa, I can see through walls? I really am ancient. With my newfound ability, I was able to slip by my enemies one by one until finally I reached the main doorway. Sitting high up in the center of the room held the Warden Claw. How is this supposed to help me stop that dragon? I started to walk inside, but in a huge blue burst through the wall, summoned a cloaked figure.
The Ancient Warden, here for the claw, I presume.
How did you know that?
Get him!
Oh no! On day 3, the cosmic minions began to charge straight towards me, but were quickly cut off by the cloaked man.
Stand back!
He started to use his mythical powers to protect me against their brutal attacks. I could tell that he knew how to properly fight, but I couldn't just stand there and let him get hurt.
The claw, my boy! Get it!
I listened and went to pick the claws up. Because of this, it attached to my body. I now had large and sharp Warden claws, giving me 5 more hearts. Oh, yeah! I used my newfound attack to help me fight back against the last cosmic minion. With one final slash, the cosmic man was scared and ran away in fear.
We will be back!
You helped me. Why?
Because, Ancient Warden, I am your creator. You are one of many ancient creatures that I have brought into this world, each holding great power in keeping everyone safe. But the cosmic dragon, he wants to change that by killing all of you. If he does, then he can obtain your power and use it to truly take over the world.
No, I can't let that happen. Just then, a sick warden entered inside the room.
The Grand Warden, he needs you.
Oh no, I have to help. On day 4, I left the crater behind and followed the tunnel's path until I found a huge battle-torn area where my leftover wardens were hiding in. Where is the Grand Warden? I then heard explosions sound off, and I went over only to see him fighting off a large cosmic beast. I ran into the battle, doing my best to slash at the beast every chance that I could. He was a fierce opponent and launched a very heavy attack on the 2 of us.
We will be back for you, Ancient Warden. The Cosmic Dragon will be the world's ruler.
The beast left. Oh my goodness. They're all doing this just so they can kill me?
Thank goodness you're alive.
Yeah, but a lot of our people, they died just to save me. We need to find somewhere we can all hide and fast. On day 5, I found a safe Skulk Valley for us wardens to stay safe in. I got enough materials, using my strong warden claws to make myself a set of stone tools. From there, I built myself and my fellow wardens our very own ancient-styled homes. I made sure mine was in the center and high up so that I can overlook my people and make sure that they were all safe.
Good job finding the ancient claw. As the ancient warden, you can grow to be the strongest ancient creature by finding the rest of your ancient parts. Each grants you incredible abilities.
As my grand warden finished his sentence, we both heard a loud explosion go off in the distance. What was that? I have to find out.
Wait, don't go!
I ignored him and went to investigate the noise. On day 6, I followed the explosions until I saw a golem kingdom being absolutely destroyed. Golems ran for their lives, but were quickly taken out by more of the cosmic minions. This is terrible.
You shall die!
My attention got caught by the cosmic dragon. He was fighting against the kingdom's ancient golem. The golem was doing his best, but the dragon's pure strength was too much for him.
Leave my people alone! You're a monster!
I began to run in to help, but as I did, the dragon completely decimated him. No! Because of this, his ancient power started to transfer over to the dragon.
Now the only other ancient mob that is left is that warden. Once he is destroyed, my power will be limitless! Start searching!
The dragon took to the skies, and his men quickly followed. I ran throughout the destroyed village, only to see pure destruction. I saw a baby golem crying to himself. Hey, are you okay?
The dragon, he took my family away from me.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm trying to do whatever I can to stop him. I just need to find my other ancient parts.
Wait a minute. I think I heard something about a warden horn being held not too far from here.
That can be the next ancient part. I need to find it and get stronger. Can you tell me exactly where you think it is? On day 7, I followed the golem's directions deep into the closest desert until I finally found a lost desert city. I started to walk in, but as I did, the ground below me gave out. Where am I? I finally realized that I landed deep underground next to a hideout camp full of citizens and a small night fox.
Whoa, whoa! What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry. I'm here looking for the ancient warden horn.
Oh, that thing? Good luck!
Good luck? What do you mean? He then brought me over through the cave tunnels until we reached a clearing that led inside the kingdom. Everywhere I looked was filled with threatening musical guards.
Make sure there's no one left.
The people you saw hiding out were all residents here, protecting the ancient warden horn. We've all been pushed out by the conductor.
The who?
He's the one using your horn for his bidding. But if we take him down, then I can help my people get their homes back.
Well, I'm sure getting to him won't be easy. Do you have any ideas? On day 8, the Fox Knight and I were sneaking through the city, making sure not to be seen by any of the guards. I used my warden sense, allowing us to avoid them every chance that we could. It wasn't long until we found a main castle.
He resides in here.
We both found a weak spot in one of the walls, and with my warden claws, I broke right through it. After walking in, I saw that there was a man standing on a large stage with a flame on his head.
Sit down, everyone. The show is about to begin.
I looked around and noticed that he had a large crowd of musical guards watching. What is he going to perform?
Well, you don't look like my
usual, audience.
He turned and noticed us, causing me to see that he was using my warden horn. Hey, that's mine.
This horn allows me to conduct my shows. The last residents here didn't appreciate them.
I don't care. It belongs to me. You kicked those poor people out of their homes, and will pay for that.
Very well. I guess it's time for my new performance to begin.
On days 9 to 10, the conductor began to perform, causing the entire stage around us to rumble. A very elegant song began to play, and because of this, his musical notes began to attack us? How is this even possible?
I don't know!
The fox and I tried our best to outmaneuver the conductor's song, but he was really good at his craft. He could summon singing fish out of thin air and even encircle us with musical waves to trap us. This is so annoying. We have to get to the center. I began to slowly but surely make my way to where the conductor was.
Don't you dare ruin the show!
I then got close enough and was able to slash right at him again and again. With a few more of my hits, the conductor was down for the count. I did it!
My music will live on!
He dropped the ancient horn, and I picked it up. Because of this, I upgraded. I gained 5 more hearts, grew larger in size, and now could burst out a powerful ancient boom. This is awesome! With the music ended, the knights then seemed to snap out of a trance. The conductor must have been mind controlling them with his music.
What the? Where am I?
With him gone, my people can finally live safely in their homes again. All thanks to you.
Hey, you helped too, you know.
If only. You see, I wish to one day be the world's best knight. One that anyone would fear.
Well, why don't you join me? I'm sure that if we work together, we can make sure that that happens. On days 11 to 12, I made it back to my base with Phil, and I built him a nice night guard tower in the front of our city.
All my life, I've been wanting to prove my worth as a knight. And with you, Fozo, I just might!
As I left Phil's house and was venturing deep into my base, I noticed a warden spider? He was mining skulk from my people's base. Hey, what gives?
The jig is up!
The spider was startled and started to run away. Hey, get back here! On days 13 to 14, I started to chase the warden spider throughout the caves of glowing crystals. He was fast and agile, but I was slowly starting to catch up.
Look, I'm sorry, but I needed your skulk. My leader, he needs it.
What? Can't we just talk this out? But as I said this, I chased the spider into an open cavern with a massive ravine. Wait! The spider didn't listen and spun out a web that pulled him straight to the other side. No! Now how am I supposed to get him? Oh, come on. Get back here! Finally, I made it across and through the next set of tunnels, only to exit and see a large cosmic empire full of the cosmic dragon's forces. Oh no. There was cosmic energy spreading throughout the floors. And when I looked all the way at the top, there was a platform for none other than the cosmic dragon himself. He took to the air and flew around his empire, calling out to his men.
Our newly made device is finally ready. Now, with just one single warden, I can sap their essence out and track down the Ancient One.
That is not good. I can't let him find any warden kind. I looked down to see that the warden spider was running straight into the cosmic empire. No, get back here! On days 15 to 16, I began to sneak through the empire myself, but I knew I had to be careful. Come on, come on. Where did that spider go?
Yeah!
Oh no! I ran towards the sound, just in time to see that the warden spider was being confronted by the cosmic beast.
What a perfect little coincidence. You're coming with me!
No, he isn't! I rushed in and began to try and fight him off. I attacked him with my ancient boom, and it definitely hurt him, but he still attacked with such ferocity. I felt much more evenly matched, but his attacks still hurt a lot. Suddenly, the warden spider used an opening to entrap the beast in his webs. Whoa.
What the?
Hurry, it's not safe here. We gotta go.
We both ran until we made it far enough away to feel safe again. What is going on? Why did you take our skulk?
I just really needed some skulk for my main skulk leader. It keeps him alive, and the ancient skulk he uses isn't enough anymore.
Wait, did you say ancient skulk? That's one of the items that I need. Maybe we could work out a trade?
Oh, yeah, sure. I can bring you to them. But just know that it won't be easy.
On days 17 to 18, I went with the warden spider until we reached another cavern. And at its center was a tunnel heading straight down into darkness.
My whole civilization is just down there.
Okay, well, how am I supposed to get down there?
Oh, yeah, you're not a spider. Here you go.
The spider lunged forward and bit me. Ow!
That should do it. You temporarily have warden spider abilities now. Have fun.
He jumped out over the dark tunnel and swung a web to rappel down into it slowly. Okay, Fozo, don't panic. I jumped out and shot a web out. How do I control this thing? I swung around wildly until finally steadying myself above the tunnel. Phew. I then started to slowly lower myself down inside. I really hate heights, and this is not helping. When I finally started to notice the tunnel opening, I saw a ton of warden spider eyes looking up at me. Hi? As I reached the floor, I heard a voice echo out into the chamber.
The ancient warden in my home?
I looked back to see a huge web was spun across the walls, and on it was the lead skulk spider.
I never thought I'd live to see the day we would actually meet.
On days 19 to 21, the skulk spider was looking down at me with weak but caring eyes.
I know what you are here for.
He moved aside to show he was in possession of the ancient skulk.
I am very old, and I have looked over the spiders for centuries. This precious skulk, it's the only thing keeping me alive.
I'm sorry, but I need it too. Is there anything I could do to help you?
Well, there just might be one thing that could sustain my life in place of it.
Really? What is it? The spider brought me towards a tunnel that eventually led out into the sunlight. And just across the area on the surface was a crazy looking laboratory.
There, a mad scientist makes copious amounts of potions with the DNA of my spider kind. He has a skulk potion that could suffice in feeding me.
All right, I'll get it.
But be warned, Fozo. None of my spiders have been able to stop him. You might not make it out alive.
On days 22 to 26, I slowly made my way inside of the laboratory, trying not to be spotted. I didn't see the scientist anywhere, but I did find a room full of lab equipment. And there, sitting high up on a shelf of potions, was a bottle glowing with skulk. Perfect. Now, how to get it down? I centered my chest towards the top shelf and took a deep breath in. Here goes nothing. I used my skull horn attack, trying to knock down the potion, but I missed and knocked over a ton of other ones on the floor. Uh-oh.
Who dares break into my laboratory?
Running angrily into the room was the mad scientist.
An ancient warden? Oh, how precious. An even rarer ingredient for my experiments.
He rushed in to defend his lab. He would swipe at me with his mechanical arm, so I tried to back away and use my skull horn, but he would then hurl potions at me. He was extremely tough and quickly outsmarted me in every single way. How am I supposed to beat this guy? When I finally got off my attack, I had an idea and knocked more potions down that collided into him, causing his body to change.
What have you done?
Sorry? This didn't slow him down though, as he continued to attack in his monstrous form. It was a tough fight, but I was eventually able to take him down. I went over and grabbed the Skulk Potion. All right, time to get out of here. On days 27 to 29, I returned to the Skulk Warden Spider and gave him the Skulk Potion.
You bested the scientist.
He drank it in one gulp, and even though it was so small, the potion caused him to grow even larger.
That feels so much better. The Skulk is yours.
The spider moved to the side, giving me a clear view of the ancient Skulk. Yes! I ran up and grabbed it, causing me to grow even stronger. I gained 5 more hearts, and as the Skulk rushed through me, I realized I had gained a new attack. I could now dig down and burst violently out of the earth. I could burrow. Awesome!
You know, all of your work here has reminded me that I'm not going to be here to protect my people forever. One day, my spiders will need someone to lead them, and I think you might be the one to do it.
On days 30 to 32, the Skulk Spider led me deep within a civilization and into a Skulk arena full of webs.
Without the ancient Skulk, it's only a matter of time before I'm gone. But you, Fozo, will lead my spiders and all the other wardens as the Ancient Warden. It is your destiny.
I will do it for all of the wardens and all of ancient kind.
But the question is, are you worthy?
The Skulk Spider then rushed in and began to attack. What the? He continued to fight me, but this time I was ready. We started to trade hits as he would launch webs and poisonous attacks at me. I retaliated with my claws, and we both were taking some heavy damage.
Are you strong enough to keep our people safe?
He flung even more webs around the arena, almost completely surrounding me. Back off! I quickly used my new ability to dig down into the earth and burst out right underneath him, knocking him back with one powerful blow.
You have bested me. Now I truly believe that you are strong enough to lead my spiders. Go, be the Ancient Warden, and unite us all.
On days 33 to 35, I made my way back to my ancient city base, with the Warden spiders marching behind me. I was about to gather materials when I looked and saw them starting to build with their own webs. I joined them in building their very own spider home in the city. Whoa, you guys are pretty good at building with this stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, and we will do whatever it takes to help keep this place safe and protected.
Sounds like a plan.
My, Fozo. Look at you, already stepping up to our true calling.
Which is?
It's to unite and lead all the Warden kind. You have only seen a fraction of what your powers can really do.
Just then, I felt rumbling under my feet, as if it felt like the whole city was beginning to shake. What is going on? In a flash, a mystical-looking shrine was summoned into our base. Whoa, isn't that the same book the ancient creator had? I cautiously approached it as I felt a strong pull to pick it up. Once I did, I began to read it as my mind was filled with knowledge and the creator appeared before me. On days 36 to 39, my vision came back and it felt like it was only me and the creator in an ancient crypt.
You have done well to survive this long, Pozo. know, but you are still not strong enough yet.
I'm doing whatever it takes.
I know. That is why I am here to tell you about the next ancient heart. The ancient Warden heart.
Where is it?
You will find it within a volcano, in the depths of the fiery nether. But no ordinary one. A deep, dark biome resides there as well. When you find that, you'll find the Skulk Nether volcano.
Well, I need to find it fast. The creator vanished without another word, and I was left there in my base as my vision returned to me. I immediately left my base and hurried back above ground. But as I did, I was completely ambushed. In front of me was the Cosmic Beast with a group of their men. What? No!
Oh yes, Ancient Warden, I have finally found you!
The Cosmic Beast and the other men began to attack me all at once. No! With one more powerful strike, I began to feel weak. On days 40 to 44, I awoke trapped in a cage and hanging above rows and rows of seating. All around in the seats were tons of cosmic minions. This is not good. The Cosmic Beast then started to approach my cage from the stands.
There is no escaping this time. We've got you. And soon, the Cosmic Dragon will be here. You're done for.
No, I'm basically dragon food trapped in here. I gotta get out. Ah! I clawed away at the cage, but it was no use. I felt completely helpless until a blast of sonic energy broke the bottom of my cage. Ah! What was that? I looked over to see the Grand Warden. What are you doing here?
Saving you! Come on, we need to go, now!
We started to run, but before we could get anywhere, the Cosmic Dragon was flying in. Oh no. On days 45 to 47, the Cosmic Dragon crashed down in front of us.
Are you trying to escape?
Back off! Let us go!
You should be careful talking to me like that. As your soon-to-be ruler, I could make your death very slow and very painful.
You are a coward! You don't deserve to rule over anyone! The Cosmic Dragon charged in, about to hit me with a powerful attack, when the Grand Warden stepped in the way. He took the hit much better than I would have, but it seemed to hurt a lot.
You must leave, now, bozo!
But I can't leave you behind.
You aren't, because I'll always be with you! Ah!
The Grand Warden threw an attack that pushed the dragon back.
Go! Lead the Wardens and put a stop to this!
He dropped a dark nether star towards me and then ran in to face the Cosmic Dragon alone. They began to fight as the dragon took blow after blow. I picked up the item and began to use it just as I looked up to see the dragon kill the Grand Warden. No! Suddenly, the item summoned a nether portal behind me, and I had no choice but to escape through it. On days 48 to 51, I landed in a strange rocky biome in the nether. The Grand Warden, he sacrificed himself just for me. I have to avenge him and find that deep volcano.
Keep it down!
I looked over and saw some magma snails cowering in fear. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to.
We aren't scared of you, loser! It's that wizard piglin and his stupid gauntlet! He forced us out of our home!
Really? But why? Can you show me where? I followed the magma snails as they led me through the nether and took me across a large pool of lava.
Look, there he is!
I looked up, and directly in front of us on a netherrack beach was a tall piglin wizard destroying the homes of the snails.
Where is my gold?
Hey man, calm down. This isn't your home. We can talk about it.
Calm down. Calm down. One of these snails took my gold, and I will not calm down.
The wizard piglin began to charge a magical attack. Uh-oh. On days 52 to 53, I realized that the piglin was trying to attack the snails. Oh, no, you don't. I tried to defend them by using my warden boom on him, but he would reach up with his magical gauntlet and summon rifts into the air to attack me. Ah! Even teleporting in ghast-like creatures? What kind of magic is this? I pushed forwards and used the brute strength of my claws to fight him, but he was quick and I didn't want to hurt him. Please, don't you think that we can resolve this?
I'm not leaving without my gold!
I looked up past the wizard piglin to see a magma snail standing on one of the destroyed homes.
Hold it!
What? What's going on?
Fine, all right. I have your gold, dude. Here, jeez.
I knew it!
Dude, why would you take that guy's gold? Look at our homes now. It was shiny, man. Back off.
Well, I'm just glad no one had to get hurt. Now, to find that deep, dark volcano.
A deep, dark volcano, huh? I know exactly where that place is.
On days 54 to 56, the wizard piglin used his magical rifts to teleport us to the base of the deep volcano. As I looked up at it, I saw that it stood out in the nether. Even the lava was made out of molten skulk. Whoa!
You done sightseeing? Come on, it's this way.
I followed the piglin all the way up to the top, where I looked down to see pure darkness below. Okay, so I'm supposed to go into its heart, but how?
Like this.
The piglin hit me from behind. Ah! Where am I? I looked around at my new surroundings. I was in an enclosed space, and before me were platforms above more skulk lava. Only one way to go. I began to leap between the platforms, being careful not to fall down below. As I went, the platforms began to get smaller and smaller. Come on, I'm so close. Yes, I finally made it across to see that I was in the heart of the deep volcano, but something didn't feel right. On days 57 to 59, I began to look around the room in search of the ancient heart. Wait, is this it?
That is correct.
I turned around, and appearing in the entryway was an intimidating skulk golem.
This is the ancient heart you seek, Warden, but it must be fulfilled.
Okay, how do we do that? I need it to...
Silence! I knew that one day the ancient warden would come to this place looking for the heart. But if you want it, you must fill it.
I then noticed around the room were 3 pools of skulk lava that were connecting to the tubes of the heart. So, I just need to fill the heart.
Correct. While I test your dedication. Begin!
On days 60 to 63, the skulk golem rushed forward to attack me. Whoa! I dug into the earth to dodge his attack and appeared next to the first pool of skulk. Here goes nothing. I blasted the pool with my warden boom, causing the skulk to shoot up and into the pipe. The heart then slightly filled. It worked.
Clever, but still 2 to go.
The golem continued to attack me, and I tried to use my abilities to my advantage, but so was he. I barely ran past him and shot into the next pool, filling the heart again.
Who are you to be strong enough to stop the cosmic dragon?
I am the ancient warden. I launched another warden boom attack towards the golem. He dodged it, but because of this, my attack hit the last pool, filling the heart. Because of this, the heart shrunk down to size and fell to the floor.
Well, Fozo, you have proven to me your dedication. Please, take your reward.
I ran up and grabbed it, causing me to grow even stronger. I gained 5 more hearts, and now I could summon sonic spikes from the ground that blinded my enemy. Awesome! On days 64 to 68, I used the Grand Warden's item to make another portal out of the nether. But when I appeared in the overworld, everything around me was corrupted by cosmic energy. Oh no.
There you are!
Slamming down into the area was the Cosmic Beast. How did you find me?
After you made a fool of me, we paid your little ancient city a visit. Your people are ours, and they told us exactly where you went.
No! The beast barreled towards me to attack. We clashed as our massive forms began to brawl. We started to trade blows. As I could tell, he was attacking with pure rage. His claws launched me back, taking me down to just a few hearts. Ah!
No Grand Warden to save you now!
You're right, but I'm doing this for him and all of the Wardens. I leapt forward and used my new ability to cut down the Cosmic Beast in one final attack. Yes! Now, I have to hurry home. On days 69 to 72, I returned back to my base to see that everything was destroyed. I didn't see a single soul left in the whole city. All of the Wardens, everyone gone. Hello?
Fozo, over here!
I ran over and saw that Phil was alive, standing in front of his guard tower. Phil, I'm sorry I wasn't...
No, it's my fault. I let everyone down. You Wardens are here to protect everybody, and I just wanted to protect you all. I couldn't even do that.
You can't blame yourself. The cosmic forces are way too strong now. And that's why I need to find the last ancient piece. Only then can we save everyone.
The last piece? I remember talking to the Grand Warden about it a while back. He said something about a Warden Catacombs?
Warden Catacombs?
Yeah, and I think I know exactly where it is.
On days 73 to 74, I went with Phil as we ran through the cosmic corrupted overworld until we found it. The Warden Catacombs entrance.
Yup, this is it. The Grand Warden had a lot to say about this place. But, I guess he never said how to open it.
Yeah, I wish he was here to tell us now. Suddenly, a huge bat flew down from the ceiling and stuck me back.
You won't be getting in there. This is my home. All mine.
Hey, stay away from him.
Phil ran in to attack, but was swatted away. We began to battle as the bat would leap around, digging their claws into me. I fought off with my abilities, but they would also cast out shadowy darkness that blinded me. Ah!
Now, time to feed!
Just then, Phil ran right in front of me. Phil, wait!
I said stay away!
He screamed out and transformed into a much stronger knight. He now had a much larger cleaver to fight with, and even his armor improved.
Ha!
He swung with one attack of his new weapon and sent the huge bat flying back, slamming into the catacombs entrance.
Not fair. I'm getting out of here.
The bat scurried out of the area, but as they did, Phil's hit had caused the entrance to break open. Yeah, go Phil! On days 75 to 80, the two of us entered into the catacombs and saw that the hallways were lined with tombs of wardens. We made it to a final room where resting in the center was an even larger tomb.
So, now what?
Just then, raising out of the tomb was the spirit of the Grand Warden.
You finally made it, my boy.
I don't understand. How is this possible?
I know you must be confused, but no, I'm so proud of the dedication you have shown throughout this journey. Soon you will be strong enough to face the Cosmic Dragon with the power of the final Warden piece, and it lies here.
And where is here exactly?
Look around you, Fozo. The ancient soul is the souls of all wardens that came before, and now they must become one with you.
What? In a bright, flash, I was teleported into a shadowy arena with only me and the spirit of the Grand Warden. That was until an armor of spiritual wardens appeared all around us. On days 81 to 85, all of the spirits of the past wardens started to move closer to me.
Withstand their onslaught, and they will accept you.
Multiple of them charged in and began to attack. They looked so frail and old, but their attacks packed a punch. Ah! Attack after attack, they hit me as I was trying to swing back at them and defend myself. Some of them were knocked back, but more just kept coming.
Hold your ground, Fozo.
Hold my ground? That's right. I need to let them become one with me. I stood and let the spirits rush through me as I felt them merge inside. Wow, that felt weird.
Now the last test. Me.
The Grand Warden rushed into attack. His attacks were so strong, and it felt so weird fighting him. But I knew what this was for. Ha! He then rushed forward and was about to crush me, but I quickly dug under the arena and was able to leap up and strike the Grand Warden spirit from behind. Then, in one final blow, he was knocked back and looked at me proudly.
You have done well, my boy. Now lead them well.
His spirit merged into me as well. And because of this, I felt all of the ancient souls empower me. I gained 10 more hearts and was now the most powerful warden ever. I did it! On days 86 to 90, I was making my way back to base with Phil when we heard shouting up ahead.
Get back in your cage!
I looked out and saw that the cosmic dragon and his forces were putting everyone in sight in cages, and those who resisted died. No!
Be quiet! You are all a waste of my time! That ancient warden is hiding like a coward! I'll take this world for myself, whether he likes it or not. Where are you now, ancient warden?
I need to stop him!
But first, we need backup. We have to see if there's anyone left at home.
You're right, Phil. We need all of the help we can get. Let's go rally the troops. On days 91 to 94, I made it safely back to base with Phil as he found and gathered up all of the scared warden spiders. Thank goodness you guys are okay. All right, everyone. It's time we fight that cosmic army.
I'm sorry, Fozo. I just don't think that we can do this. You have kept us safe so far, but look around. They destroyed the entire base. We can't stop them.
No, guys, we can. Together. Then, in a huge burst of blue light, the ancient creator appeared in the middle of us all.
Your warden leader is right.
Creator?
I will stand with you in this fight, Fozo. The cosmic dragon must be stopped.
Here, here!
You're right. Here, here.
All the warden spiders were now motivated with hope and started to cheer. It's time to end this. On days 95 to 99, we all made it to the massive cosmic empire together. The path forward was filled with more minions than ever, and up on his high throne was the cosmic dragon.
How pathetic. You brought all your little friends to fight with you. Go, my cosmic forces, and devour them!
His cosmic forces started to pour in from everywhere and rush towards us.
Charge!
Phil ran in and led a group of warden spiders to battle. He would cut down each minion with heavy blows from his cleaver, and I watched as the ancient creator fought groups of them alone.
Go, Fozo! Face the cosmic dragon and show him the power of the ancients!
I'm on it! I dug down into the ground and made my way to the top of the structure. On day 100, I erupted from the ground in front of the cosmic dragon.
So, you really believe that you can stop me?
Yes, and I'm going to, right here, right now.
You fool! I've destroyed every other ancient being. What's one more?
We began to fight as his massive form came lumbering towards me. I was so much stronger now, so I wasn't scared. I would blast him with my Warden boom and used every opportunity to try and blind him with my leaping attack. The dragon roared into the air, and it felt like the gravity of the entire galaxy was holding me down. I can't move! He then struck me with his claws, and I was so low on hearts. No!
Once I get rid of you, I'll have control of this entire reality, and I can reshape it to my liking. So long, ancient warden.
The dragon came in to strike one last time, but I dug down just in time to dodge. I then appeared behind him, placing him between me and the edge of his empire. You know, I won't let you do that. This is for all of the ancient beings and all Warden kind. I fought back against the dragon, hitting harder than I ever had before. I used all of my new abilities whenever I could, and could tell that the cosmic dragon was starting to get overwhelmed by my upgrades.
No! Impossible! How? How?
With one final hit, I took the cosmic dragon down. I did it! The cosmic forces were defeated, and this reality could finally live in peace.